The news is live on Joy 99.7 FM and Hits 103.9 FM in Accra. In Kumasi, we're on Love 99.5 FM and over 30 affiliates across Ghana, 16 regions, including ATL FM Cape Coast, Might FM Tamale, Bewa Radio Yendi, and in Kiligi FM Bole. Get radio, TV, and online content on the myjoyonline.com interactive app for Android and iOS devices. Coming up, Speaker of Parliament Alban Bakwin laments the loss of seasoned MPs in Parliament, calling it a big blow to businesses in the House.
It's not a good signal for the legislature and for Ghana's democratic development. Experience, as we all know, counts.
Well, we have details as Deputy Minority Whip claims the presidency is keen to oust a significant number of the sitting MPs who lost their primaries.
The Flagstaff House was after them, and we knew once the big house is after you, there's no way you are going. So clearly, people like even Sticker of all people, they say this is the rule. But I say for Sticker, we are going to realize the rule.
Also, Ghana Journalists Association calls on the Ghana Police Service to arrest MP for Yendi Farouk Aliu Mahama over the assault of a City News reporter.
We are giving the MPP, regional and national, and the Dampari-led Ghana Police Service 10 days ultimatum, each to hear from them. They should arrest the perpetrators. If they fail, we shall advise ourselves.
We have more of this as the GJA hints of petitioning the Speaker of Parliament to investigate the conduct of the embattled MP in business.
Government targets end of February to conclude debt restructuring negotiations with commercial creditors. More on the Joy Business Report.
And later we'll take you back in history and tell you the story of an Ashanti paramountcy that lost over 40 communities to what became known as the Sagrenti War.
Almost all the big towns in our paramountcy were wiped out following the Sagrenti War.
Details shortly. I am Amiesi Nyamiche Thompson. Let's dig in now. Speaker of Parliament Alban Bakwin is lamenting the major casualties recorded in the NPP parliamentary primaries. 28 certain NPP MPs couldn't secure their seats, while 19 of them announced their retirement from the House. In his welcome address to MPs, Mr. Bakwin called on the nation to reflect on the huge investments made in these MPs who will be exiting the House.
We had lost 28 MPs through the primaries of the New Patriotic Party. Earlier last year, we lost 17 MPs through the primaries of the honorable members. The primaries are part of the process for the electorate to determine who represents them in Parliament. But the case of voluntary discontinuance of 5 and 19, followed by this selection of 17 and 28, is not a good signal for the legislature and for Ghana's democratic development. Experience, as we all know, counts.
Meanwhile, Deputy Minority Whip Ahmed Ibrahim is claiming the presidency secured or schemed to oust a significant number of the NPP MPs who lost their re-election bid.
So you could see that the Flagstaff House was after them, and we knew once the big house is after you, there's no way you are going to contest. You are going to make. So clearly, people like even Sticker of all people, they say this is the rule. But I say for Sticker, we are going to realize the rule. What wrong has he done? So clearly, you could see that the system was ready to ask some of the people out, and I'm not surprised. The number, our estimation, it was 30.
We stay a while longer in Parliament. The Parliamentary Ad Hoc Committee led by Samuel Atacha has reiterated its commitment to present a balanced report on their investigations into the alleged plot to remove Inspector General of Police Dr. George Ekufu-Dampare. The committee was tasked with probing the allegations and making recommendations. However, concerns have been raised about possible tensions within the committee due to the delayed report. But Mr. Atacha has refuted such claims and insists the committee is only being meticulous not to allow anyone use it as a conveyor belt to serve its interest.
I don't think it will be a flawless report. There's no one yet. Even some people are bold to criticize the Bible. But I can assure you that people can dissent on critical issues. The most important dimension to that is to capture the dissent. That it will be a balanced, a reportage of what happened. That's all we have to do. You can't get everybody agreeing on a particular matter. And dissent is also good for rational engagements. So when people look at the report and say, oh, in relating to this matter, attaching a dissented. Fine.
Let's do some politics now. Former President John Mahama is putting the ruling government to test by comparing records on economic success between them and the New Patriotic Party. This is in response to the government's claim of inheriting an economic mess from the NDC administration. According to the flag bearer, the debt to GDP, which currently hovers around 100%, was left at 57% with a budget deficit of 6.6% when the NDC was exiting power. He was speaking, Mr. Mahama was speaking at a town hall meeting in Tamale.
This thing they keep saying, Mahama left a mess, we came and repaired your mess. Before I left office, the IMF said that Ghana's economy was going to grow by 8%, and it grew by 8% and more in 2017. And in 2018, it dropped when their own policies started kicking in. From the high of 8% that they inherited from me, the next year it went to 6 point something, 5 point something, until when COVID hit, it went to 0. So that myth about you left us a mess, that propaganda must stop once and for all.
Meanwhile, in the NPP camp, flag bearer Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia is set to address the nation on his vision later today. Listen.
I, Mahamudu Bawumia, flag bearer of the NPP, will set the ball rolling by outlining highlights of my vision for Ghana's next chapter. To hear what I will do by God's grace if elected as the next president of Ghana. My vision is built on the same philosophy, but pursues some different parts, which I believe will make our nation great and strong. Join me.
Away from that, the Ghana Journalists Association has called on the Ghana Police Service to arrest a Member of Parliament for Yendi Farouk Aliyu Mahama following an assault on City News' Northern Regional Correspondent Mohamed Alabira. Mohamed Alabira was attacked while covering the chaos that disrupted the NPP's parliamentary primary in the Yendi constituency. Addressing a news conference, GJA President Albert Kwabena Jomfo expressed his disappointment that no action has been taken yet. He wants the police to act swiftly.
We have come to the conclusion that the Ghana Police Service has failed to live up to our expectations when it comes to issues relating to the media. Are they not supposed to protect us? If our safety is at stake, how do we defend our constitutional mandate? We are giving the MPP, regional and national, and the Dampare-led Ghana Police Service 10 days ultimatum, each to hear from them. They should arrest the perpetrators. If they fail, we shall advise ourselves accordingly.
And the Amwafo paramountcy in the Ashanti region is yet to recover from the impact of the popular Saguinti War, which wiped over 40 communities in the area. These communities became battleground for the clash between the dreaded Ashanti army led by Amankweti Abantamahine, who designed, planned and executed the last great stand against the British army led by Major General Charles Garnet Wolseley, popularly referred to as Saguinti. Now, traditional authorities today reel the impact of the war as they struggle to rebuild the communities 150 years after the war. My colleague Ohim Interior visited the area and has this report.
British soldiers with reinforcement from Sierra Leone, Nigeria and other places crossed the Pra River to fight the Ashanti army, which had then pitched camp in the south coast to conquer Cape Coast. British gunpowder was countered by superior numbers of Ashanti soldiers who returned fire from their hideouts in the forest. Over 40 vibrant but popular Amwafo towns, such as Adwinase, Atimponya, Edumase, Monyaseɛ, Beposo, Checheso, Adedase, Fenyakobo and Ntwinuase became targets, whilst Ashanti warriors laid ambush at the banks of Akwamoaso stream. This was to resist the British Army incursion of Kumasi, the capital of the Ashanti Kingdom. Unfortunately, this cost the life of Amwafo Hene and the Bantamahene, commander of the Ashanti army, as hundreds of Ashanti troops paid the heavy price with their lives at the battlefield. Nana Kuafriye III is Amwafo Hema.
Namsa ekune ba yekrum hahano. Yekru akesia na wo.
Almost all the big towns in our paramountcy were wiped out following the Saguinti War. They include Checheso, Semensuaso, and Dotiem, Esumenya, Nswase, and Toyim. There were many, including Adwinase. Rebuilding efforts have started to rebuild our lost towns.
And that was a report by my colleague Ohimi Interior. We'll bring you the fuller steps in subsequent bulletins. And that's how we end the 6 a.m. bulletin. In our top story, Speaker of Parliament Alban Babin laments the loss of seasoned MPs in Parliament, calling it a big blow to business in the House. I am Amisi Nyamiche Thompson. Business is next on the Super Morning Show.
Wait is over. It's the Clash of Titans. The Total Energies African Cup of Nations Côte d'Ivoire 2023 is here. And as part of this year's competition, all Total Energy service stations will go into 100% football mode. So drive to selected service stations and kickstart your year with lots of amazing giveaways. So starting Sunday 14th January, when you buy fuel or lubricants on selected match days from selected Total Energy service stations, you instantly win amazing branded souvenirs. Let's celebrate the passion of football together and win lots of gifts during the 2023 Total Energies African Cup of Nations. Remember, promo is valid while stocks last. Visit our social media pages Total Energies GH for more information. Terms and conditions apply. Let's live football together.
The boys are lined up looking for an opening. They are charging forward from our 3. Kuku has his eye on the cashier, but Yao gets there first. He taps, and he scores!
Win your ticket to glory with the ABSA Card Assist. Tap to pay with your ABSA debit or credit card, and you could win an unforgettable Premier League experience in the UK or any of over 50 consolation prizes such as home appliances and shopping vouchers. It's time to tap and tap your way to the Premier League with your ABSA card. ABSA, the official banking partner of the Premier League. Terms and conditions apply.
Millennium Insurance has enhanced its motor insurance policy cover to make life more comfortable for you, our valued clients, and in the event of vehicle breakdown whilst on the road. To ensure your safety and that of your vehicle, Millennium Insurance will ensure that your broken down vehicle is towed to a safe place within 1 hour of call and 30 kilometers radius from the place of breakdown. This service is absolutely free. Millennium Insurance, your trustworthy partner, is on standby to be of service to you. Contact us now on 0501 394 997 or 0501 285 821, 0501 394 997 or 0501 285 821.
Millennium Insurance, your trustworthy partner.
No matter your water needs, Syntex has it all. Syntex tank was first to introduce double layer tank, and now you can have as many layers as you want. Syntex tank was first to introduce white inner layer tanks in Ghana, and now introduces the customer specs order, which will let you order any color and size you want. Syntex tanks gives you the biggest warranty of 7 years, which no other tank gives you. So whatever your water consumption, size of project, or demand, choose Syntex tank. Syntex tank, stress-free. Syntex tank, reliable. Syntex tank, maximum guarantee. Call 0244 335 168, Kumasi 0505 555 666, or visit syntexgh.com. Syntex tank, a strong, a tough.
Let me share my experience with you at the new Aqua Safari Resorts. When you arrive, you're greeted by warm smiles and introduced to your 24-hour butler who already has your itinerary sorted. Enjoy water sports activities like jet ski rides, kayaking, water sliding, flyboarding, and castanet fishing. You can even have your lunch here on the boat cruise. Let the tour guides take you through the sceneries of the mangrove forest, the friendliness of the animals, while you pet and feed them. We chose to have our breakfast with a beautiful sunrise right in front of our cabin.
Visit Aqua Safari Eco Resort in Ghana, bringing you closer to nature.
Hello? Yeah, Kofi. Charlie, we spoke about going to Imperial for our motor insurance today.
Share. Are you the one to remind me? I am at Imperial already.
What?
I told you about their motor insurance promo, right?
Yeah.
This time it is reloaded, my brother.
Wow.
Imperial General is saying, come insure with them from now till the end of April and get yourself handsome rewards. 4 coupons, special souvenirs, gift vouchers, and many, many more. And here's the catch. During this reward period, your motor insurance policy will give you an automatic 1-year life insurance cover, my brother. And now you can also get brand new tires and other car accessories as well. It is really reloaded. Everybody qualifies. Just insure your car and you are done.
Hey, Charlie, I hear I can even do it online and still get my reward.
Oh yes, don't slow. Talk to your broker, agent, or call us on 0577 667 436 for further details. You can also follow us on all our socials. T's and C's apply. Imperial General Assurance. Solid protection.
Breaking news. Vodafone Ghana is becoming Telecel. Stay tuned.
Piers.
Hi, Kojo. Good morning.
Good morning. Did you know that about 2/3 of us make less than 3,000 Ghana cedis per month?
Wow.
Yeah, 2/3 of the workforce in Ghana. This is according to Old Mutual's recent study that they've done into the financial behavior of Ghanaians. Yeah.
And guess what, Kojo? 6 out of 10 Ghanaians are not saving for retirement.
That was a shocker as well. In fact, I was even more shocked by the number that didn't even know about the options available in terms of saving for retirement. It's very serious. Very, very serious.
So what's really the problem, Kojo?
Only 37% have already started saving for retirement. And you see, part of it is also about confidence in the provisions that are available for retirement. People have very low confidence in them. And I think we are starting to see some of the reasons why these days. If somebody can dip his hands into your future and take it to go and buy V8s and build cathedrals, then yes, you would not be very confident.
Yeah.
Anyway, today we'll talk about it. We'll talk about the financial habits of Ghanaians. How are we coping? How are we surviving? In these hard times. The details might surprise some of us. All right. The Vice President is going to speak. Later today. Yeah. What do you expect him to say?
Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia.
Yeah. One thing you expect to hear from him.
Well, this time round, I would love to hear him speak on the real issues of the economy. Tell us, you were in charge in the past 4 years. How did we come
7
here?
years.
7 years, yeah. How did we come here, Kojo? I want the Vice President to be truthful to us. Where were you when the e-levy issue came up? Yeah, all these issues, I would love to hear him speak.
Interesting. Okay, well, we'll see how it all goes later. We'll be getting your views as well. Use the hashtag JoySMS when you're posting on X. We want to know what you think, what you expect to hear from the Vice President later today. The 6 a.m. news came to us by the kindness of Total Energies. Total, we go the extra mile for you. Absa Bank Ghana Limited, helping you find a way to get things done. And Millennium Insurance, your trustworthy partner. All right, we're cooking on gas because it's time for the Joy Business Report.
Great morning, everyone. This is the Joy Business Report. Coming up, government targets end of February to conclude debt restructuring negotiations with commercial creditors. Also, approximately 6 out of 10 Ghanaians are not saving for retirement. We have more in a report. Plus, Ghana National Tanker Drivers Union threatens to strike as it gives the National Petroleum Authority a month ultimatum to address its conditions of service after a year of negotiation or agitation. We've got details of these and many others for you shortly. Thanks so much for your company. I am Pius Kojobaka. A look now at our stories. And government is hoping to conclude negotiations on debt restructuring with commercial creditors and Eurobond holders by the end of this month. This is what Joy Business has picked up from persons with knowledge of the ongoing negotiations. Joy Biafe has more.
Government last month ended what can be described as the technical engagement with the Eurobond holders and commercial creditors in London. However, officials were tight-lipped about the outcome of that engagement. The Finance Minister, Ken Ofori-Atta, had initially told Joy Business that government is looking at reaching a deal with the bilateral and commercial creditors at the end of March 2024 in terms of restructuring their debts. Government is also looking at about 40% cut on the principal and interest rate on these Eurobonds. However, it appears most of these bondholders are not in favor of what the Finance Minister had earlier proposed. But if government is not looking at ending these negotiations by the end of this month, then one can say the Finance Minister might be making some significant progress when it comes to the restructuring of these commercial debts as well as the bilateral creditors. It is believed that government needs to finalize these negotiations on time, as it could be a condition in passing the second review under the IMF program. Closing the deal on time, according to sources, may also help in the resumption of some projects that have stalled over the past year due to concerns expressed by some of the bilateral creditors.
George Yafi there. Meanwhile, Governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Ernest Addison, has been given reasons why the government has been silent about the proposed terms for creditors.
Because we are now going to begin the negotiations with the bondholders. There are issues of comparability of treatment and all of that. So I'm sure at the appropriate time when the negotiations with the bondholders have advanced, I think you would have the opportunity to see the terms of the agreement that was reached by the OCC.
Governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Ernest Addison, speaking there. Now, approximately 6 out of 10 Ghanaians are not saving for retirement. That's according to the 2023 Old Mutual Financial Services Monitor. This is significantly higher amongst informal sector workers, younger and lower income earners. Here's more in this report.
The report also said only 18% are very confident that they have enough savings for retirement. Only 37% of respondents have started saving for retirement. Again, 7 out of 10 Ghanaians are hoping that their children may support them when they are old. There are no significant differences across age and income levels. Significantly, lower expectations amongst Ghanaians that the government will look after them when they are unable to support themselves. Meanwhile, consumers use a multitude of ways to save from formal to informal depending on needs. The top savings channels mentioned are the bank, mobile money, Susu, or unbanked cash.
Business Desk report. Now, the Ghana National Petroleum Tanker Drivers Union has given a month ultimatum to the National Petroleum Authority to address its condition of service. The union says the NPA has delayed the implementation of a review of its salary structure after a year of embarking on a strike. National Chairman George Nyahunu says the union may be forced to embark on a strike again if the NPA delays in reviewing its salary structure. He's been speaking to my colleague James Ishen.
The condition of service, yes, is in the pipeline. NPA is working seriously on it. Yes, but we are timing them. I can tell you maybe ending of this month, if clearly we do not hear anything from NPA concerning our salary structure, which a committee has been formed, agreed, signed. We are only waiting for NPA for implementation. All right? And we don't know how many days or how many months do they want them to take before they implement our remuneration for us. So we are waiting patiently. So I would like to use this opportunity to inform the authorities that tanker drivers are ready to serve the nation. But if our salaries or what we are demanding has not come to our pocket, then they should call either the authorities to be blamed.
George Nyahunu is the national chairman of the National Petroleum Tanker Drivers Union, speaking to my colleague James Ishen there. Now, the chairman of the Ghana Extractive Industry Transparency Initiative, Dr. Steve Mattel, is calling on government to withdraw the emission levy and consult stakeholders widely before implementing such a tax. According to him, the levy in its current form is likely to affect many investments in the country's petroleum sector, as well as disrupt production in the oil fields. He therefore called for a more targeted levy which will promote the green economy.
I'm not too sure to the extent that Tullow and other oil companies are going to pay these taxes. I'm not too sure whether they will continue doing what they have intended to do on their own volition. And so perhaps an engagement with the industry would have helped to design this particular tax in ways that takes into account efforts being made by industry and other people in mitigating their carbon footprints. I think we need more consultations, and so I wouldn't say it should be abolished, but at least withdrawn for further consultations so it can be redesigned to take into account all these peculiarities that I talk about.
Dr. Steve Mateo is the chairman for the Ghana Extractive Industry Transparency Initiative. More on taxes, financial economist Professor Godfrey Bobkin has advised government to design efficient processes of making revenue from the electricity sector rather than introduce taxes. He argues that there is the need to adopt prudent ways to reduce losses and wastage in the system. Professor Bobkin is of the view that there is no fiscal space to compel consumers to pay 15% value-added tax on electricity.
From the entire value chain, from generation to transmission to distribution, you can see that. And even if you look at the revenue that ECG collects, ECG doesn't keep to the requirement of the cash waterfall mechanism. Okay, that is part of the energy sector recovery plan and the rest of them. Okay, so there are real issues about liquidity management that we need to look at. Okay, and the inefficiencies there, which is also aided even significantly by politically connected transactions, okay, through procurement that is mostly shrouded in lack of transparency and disclosure, okay, that imposes costs.
Financial economist Professor Godfrey Bobkin there. You're still listening to the Joy Business Report. Startup Jakarta is not just poised to protect the environment through sustainable fashion products, but create employment opportunities in less privileged parts of the country. We bring you the second part of our feature on Kajata, which recycles used grain sacks into shoes, bags, clothing, and jewelry. Here's what to expect.
The journey of Jakarta started when I actually lost my job. One of the financial institutions were closed down. I was with the Beige Group. I lost my job. And then I thought of doing something when I came out of the corporate organized environment where things were structured. So I thought of it and I said, I'd rather pick something that is sustainable. And what could I have was to dream about the sacks.
Oakbell is referring to grain sacks or jute bags which are disposed of after use. At best, the grain sacks are recycled into garbage bags which enter landfills after a short lifespan. Oakbell thought about adding value to create a product with a longer life.
And the dream that came out of the sacks was to start things for the home. So I started to do things for home like pillows, have things like table runners, bed runners, cutlery bags. And from there the philosophy drew bigger and said we could do things that are more fashionable related as well. So we started to relate it into things that have to do with fashion for male and female.
Jakarta on the Joy Business Van this Wednesday.
And Business Van airs right after the Joy Business Report at 1 p.m. today. Do make a date. Quickly to the currency market. The cedi is going for 12 cedis, 48 pesos to the US dollar in the retail market. It is selling at 15 cedis, 65 pesos against the pound. It is, however, trading at 13 cedis, 38 pesos to the euro. And a dash to the commodities market. Crude oil still selling at $78 a barrel this morning. Gold lost marginally to open trading at $2,035 an ounce. Cocoa is, however, trading at $5,220 a ton after going up by $31. And then the Joy Business Report with me, Pius Kojo Baka, and the Superman is seated to take over. Kojo.
You have to start saying AKA Pius. All right, so I'm thinking Joe Metal featuring Dunsin Yekan. They call this one Hallelujah. You cry, which church do you go to?
I am a proud Anglican.
You didn't have to add the proud as if there's
the
a tournament.
The way you were like you cry. The way you were like you cry. Yeah, so have to be emphatic about it.
It's a figure of speech. It's like if we were speaking pidgin, I would have said Yusef. Okay. You see, the way you answered the question is like there's some ongoing tournament, some sort of AFCON of churches. And you are stating your allegiance. Do you guys have a jersey? Oh no. Okay. Where the team was going there. So who is your main striker? Jesus Christ.
Yes.
All right, we'll see you tomorrow. And right now, here it is, Joe Metal featuring Dunsing Oyekan. Hallelujah. That's Joe Metal there featuring Dunsing Oyekan. Hi, Mama V, how you doing?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
I'm alright. Good. Yeah.
Nice.
Nice, Abazi.
You look like the opening song. You look very reggae.
Oh, I see. You like my outfit. Yes, it was made by a friend of mine.
I hope you haven't been sniffing anything though.
Oh, Mama V. Do I look...
Just checking.
Do I look like a sniffer? Is there anything of the sniffer about me? Anyway, I like if you like this, look up my friend Black ID on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter. Black ID, BLAKK ID. He makes great clothes.
Let's go for our Drive Safe campaign, brought to us by Joy News and supported by Toyota Superior Quality and Imperial General Assurance Solid Protection. So our tip to avoid distractions: keep your eyes on the road. That means no texting, no calling, no eating, no channel surfing on the radio, and no turning around to talk with friends in the back seat. Accidents can happen in a split second, but if you're paying attention, you'll have a better chance of avoiding one. And that's our tip for today.
All right, let's learn how to say it right then. It's brought to us by Kingdom Books. At Kingdom, quality and affordability are their hallmarks, and also Societe Generale Ghana, the future is you.
Must be done. You say either. I say either.
I've been meaning to ask you, especially those of you with long hair, is it plait or plate? Well, it's spelled Plait, but it's pronounced plat in British English. The Americans, however, say plate. Some even say play. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why must it be so confusing? Personally, I think English is the language of England. So I prefer to pronounce things the way they are pronounced in England. At least there's no confusion about the meaning of the word. It means a length of hair, rope, or other such material made up of 3 interlaced strands. There's no confusion about its origin either. It comes from the old French word plaire, which in turn came from the Latin word plecare. Both words mean to fold. So it's plat if you're speaking English, and plate or play if you're speaking American. You know what? Just play it safe and say braid. That would also be saying it right. There we go. So, we'll get into the news review now. By the way, just before we do that, and it's brought to us by Syntex Tanker, you're strong, you're tough, and Enterprise Insurance at 100, Yafi New promotion, celebrating our legacy, securing your future. You know, the Vice President intends to speak later today. This is the moment when he announced his intention.
I, Mahamudu Bawumia, flag bearer of the MPP, will set the ball rolling by outlining highlights of my vision for Ghana's next chapter. To hear what I will do by God's grace if elected as the next president of Ghana. My vision is built on the same philosophy, but pursues some different paths, which I believe will make our nation great and strong. Join me.
So, same philosophy, different paths. Mama V, what's one thing you expect to hear the Vice President touch on today?
I expect him to touch on the challenges that we're facing. I expect him to talk about the taxes. I want his views on the emissions, the VAT on electricity. You know, I want to know whether or not 2024 is going to be a year of taxes and what he intends doing about it if he became president.
Churchill?
Well, you talked about his vision. One thing I would want to know, and I agree with Mama V, I have said consistently that the only reason we're having a lot of indirect taxes is because we have failed to collect income taxes. We have failed to collect direct taxes. We know people earn money in this country, businesses earn money in this country, and we are still unable to collect monies from them. We have tried, we started with, you needing tax identification to get on to have your Momo. We started with the Ghana card becoming your tax identification number. And all of these things were to let the tax authorities know people. Now, once tax authorities know you, it means we can then assess and tax you. But this is the other point. Today, if I sell anything, how would tax authorities know how much I have sold? Our receipting system in this country is very poor. How do we intend to deal with that? And so I would want to hear the Vice President show us how we can generate lots of revenue from those who earn money, who earn money, and not this consumption taxes. That's just not the way to go for me. Now, I also would expect, he's talked about his vision. The philosophy is the same, and he will tell you one thing. The Vice President is going to, some have called it a breakaway speech.
Okay.
Today, Dr. Bawumia will disagree or may disagree with some of the things currently being implemented.
That would be refreshing.
He will tell you what his position is going forward. What you should expect is that all the flagship programs of the NPP will end with Akufo-Addo. He may decide to continue them or probably review them. As for free SHS, the government itself has indicated, and they will review all flagship programs. As to how he would review them, we would wait to see. I like the look on Mama V's face.
You have such high expectations, I'm just thinking. But
no,
I can't wait.
You see, because the Vice President said when he was elected that I will be my own man.
When he was elected flag bearer.
Flag bearer. And with the blessing, with the support of God, he talks about the fact that I have my own vision. Okay. What I also would want to hear is there's been lots of talk about what he did, what he did not do. As chairman of the economic management team, what did he do? If you take credit for certain things, you might as well take blame for where we find ourselves.
Yeah.
So wait patiently.
Yeah.
You would hear what the vice president will say.
And Kojo, just before you come in, I want to listen to him speak not only as the NPP's candidate in the next election, but also the leader of the party.
He's actually not the leader of the party.
Is he not?
He's not. With the NPP, the chairman is.
Oh, okay.
So at any given time, the chairman is the leader of the party. The challenge, however, is that, the flag bearer president is more like, he's the, people, because people
go where the power is.
Go where the power is. People defer to him in a lot of the decision making. He's like the de facto leader.
Okay.
But constitutionally, NPP-wise, he's not. And because you made this point, this is something that J. Akufo attempted to do. Some people within the J. Akufo administration, even including at the time, attempted to do. So we would say, where there's a president, the president becomes the leader.
The leader.
Nana Addo, Dan Boche fought it. So when I think it was in 2021, the NPP was going to Congress in a conference in Kumasi, and people said, the president should be the leader of the party. I remember Dan Boche, that was even before 2000, that was in 2019 or 2018, he told Akufo-Addo that you and I fought this. Don't even
So the
start
candidate
it.
is not the leader.
The candidate is not the leader.
I guess I just want to know if he's really in touch with what's happening on the ground.
Okay.
I was just going to say, this administration that is about to end, all of their vision, the things that made people vote for them, were articulated mostly by the same Dr. Bawumia in 2016 or before 2016 and before 2020. He was the most vocal mouthpiece in communicating their beautiful vision to Ghanaians.
True.
Right? Now, today when Ghanaians look at their lives, they see a big difference between what was promised and what we are living. Today, when the vice president speaks, I am very interested in hearing what will be so different, assuming everything he says sounds wonderful. What is the assurance that this time around, what he promises will bear any resemblance to our reality if he becomes president?
That's a good one.
I would like to hear that. Anyway, we've got some time for the headlines, haven't we?
I like the point, but this evening on the Joy News channel, we will do a build-up to the lecturer's speech, and then once it's done, we would sum up everything. I'll be there with Evans Mensah. Because now that you've talked about, how do you today determine whether a man can deliver something he promises you tomorrow?
Indeed.
What is it that you know about him, like the mathematicians do, in his past, that you can use to determine his future, standing in the present? That's some analysis we'll do. We won't do it now. We'll do it on the Joy News channel. Stay, Mama, all right. Watch us in the evening. We'll do that analysis.
I will. I'm not missing that.
We'll do that analysis.
Okay, let's get into these headlines.
I want to start with the Daily Guide newspaper. On the front page, there's this story that I will get into. Forgive them. They don't know the power of love. Court tells Professor Phoebe. You guys remember Professor Dominic Phoebe when he got married?
Not so long
to his
ago.
29-year-old, because everybody was wondering, 80-year-old, 29-year-old, the difference. All right. I think what we silently didn't know was that his son, his nephew, and somebody who, was alleging that she was a wife went to court on this matter. And what they were asking the High Court in Cape Coast to do was essentially challenging the decision to marry Mary Nyamiche Oduro, mainly because of the age difference between the two, which is almost more than 50 years. But they also based their arguments on unsound reasoning, having suffered and recovered from a stroke. So the decision to marry her
They
may
felt
not
was not based on sound reasoning.
Exactly. And then they also urge the age difference between the two. Okay, so that I have talked about. But they also raised concerns about whether Professor Phoebe had a pending marriage with one Beatrice Boateng, although the former minister had stated the marriage was dissolved. And then they also thought that the lady was taking advantage of him.
Interesting.
Because
which of his sons?
obviously-
Louis?
I don't have that clearly in the story.
Okay.
But it just says his son, nephew, and a supposed wife. They went to court on this. The three were also concerned about Professor Phoebe's newfound love, as they accused the lady, that she would potentially leave him someday, kill him in the long run.
Oh, goodness.
And then the court decided the case. So this is what the judge said. In terms of the forgive them, they don't know the power of love. The quotes came from the judge in the court in this decision. Very interesting.
Valentine month.
You can catch up on this.
Okay, so I mean, the bit about he having suffered and recovered from a stroke. Who took care of him? Was it the lady that took care of him while he was recovering?
The story didn't say.
It will be important to know because some people said the lady was a nurse. It would just be important to know if she took care of him and how she took care of him. But anyway,
Cost was awarded against them, by the way.
I like the quote. Forgive them. They don't know the power of love.
All right, let's get back to other stories. Excessive partisanship kills democracy, says Speaker of Parliament Alban Bagbin. We know that there have been some changes in Parliament, and that's one of the things that we'll be talking about. But the Speaker has warned the country's parliamentarians to avoid undue partisanship in the House and instead work together for the good of the nation. On the Kaswa murder, this has to do with an 11-year-old who was killed sometime in 2021. There are two boys actually standing trial for the murder, and one of them is saying that I have no idea how the victim died as he opened his defense. And then 7 killed in Amasaman and Sawam Road accident. I think we've talked about this, but this stretch is very terrible now because of the construction, and I really would wish that drivers would take their time, but also the contractor, because the road is dusty, is rough, and especially when you're driving at dawn, you won't see anything. Unfortunately, some drivers are still reckless on the road. In this particular instance, eyewitnesses say that a tanker driver, he was supposed to have slowed down, but he could not. He couldn't brake, so he just ran into another vehicle and just killed 7. And then MPs recite national pledge, undergo daily roll call. Now, who calls some?
These are a couple of new things in the standing orders that have been revamped by Parliament. We'll talk a bit more about it later.
Yeah, but the national pledge and daily roll call. So, in today's Ghana, how would they do the roll call? They mention your name in the house, and you say present speaker.
Present clerk.
Present say.
Oh no, this one says present speaker. Is that what we want to do?
I don't know. But we know what has happened in the past now. They tried to do this digital clocking thing, and then they said people would come and clock in and just leave the house.
Do you know the reform I would have liked to hear them announce? That there will now be a record of everybody's vote, every MP's vote, how they vote on every issue. I would have liked that.
How the individual MPs vote.
Well, in a part of the world where the whip system is so strong.
You are right, because maybe in that sense they will still just vote on partisan lines, but I mean, at least they would give constituents something to question them on, except that still they would owe their allegiance to their party over their constituents, especially after the Reverend Professor Michael Quay's ruling on that matter. But maybe not a record of their votes, but maybe the opportunity for everybody to vote secretly. on most issues. Let that be the norm. Right? And then rather the eyes and knees be, as and when.
Yeah. But Winston, you were going to say something about the pledge. What, you don't think is a good thing for them to recite the pledge?
So that what happens?
Well, that's what I was also thinking. But maybe to remind them of the purpose for which they are there.
They do not know. They do not know
You
the
need a
reasons
daily
why they are
dose
there.
of
Do you
that.
think they know? Do they act
They know.
like they know?
Well, they know why they are there. So when I say they know why they are there, it means they know.
I'm not convinced that they
Maybe
know why they
it
are
will
there.
be a reminder.
Well,
Not all of them anyway. I'm not
They know.
convinced that they all know why they are there.
They know why they are there. The Daily Graphic says rent scheme benefits 1,492 tenants, 19 million disbursed to 6 regions, according to the housing minister. Government Chinese Forge infrastructure delivery partnership. Park orders Ministry of Food and Agriculture to pay bird flu affected farmers. And you know, at the Public Accounts Committee, the National Sports Authority has been in the news.
Yes.
They talked about, it says Stoneboy paid 70,000 for the Accra Sports Stadium. The manager says they paid more than 70,000. So who charged the 70,000? And
where's the rest of the
where's the
money?
rest of the money? Where did it go? Was Stoneboy also giving a receipt? What receipt was he given? Who issued that receipt? Did he issue a receipt?
Yeah.
In fact, CAF had to, like our people say, consider a few things and allow us to play at Kumasi. Because even Kumasi didn't meet the standard. Can you imagine that today in Ghana,
none of our stadia
meets the
up to
standard?
Meanwhile, we spent a fortune building these things.
And we actually give them out for shows and yet have nothing to show. We'll talk about it. When Fentu joins us, he has some facts on it. But today's AFCON semi-finals, South Africa eye revenge against Nigeria, and Elephants continue roller coaster ride. That's a question. Yesterday I heard, was it Muftar say that during Newsnight, say that anytime DR Congo has won the AFCON, they've defeated the host nation in the semi-finals. And they meet the host nation, Ivory Coast, in the semi-finals. So, if you like trends, Agbena.
Otherwise, would it be host and lose?
Maybe.
I hope not. I'm sure they hope not. As for me, I don't have a horse in the race anymore. My horse came home. All right, let's go online. The online review is brought to us by Zenith Bank in your best interest and Goyle Good Energy.
And here's some great news for the people of Ashaman and its environs. Your customer-focused bank has drawn closer to you with the opening of the Zenith Bank Ashaman branch. Located at the Ashaman Shell Filling Station on the Ashaman Klagon Road, your bank of choice is ready to serve you with a bouquet of banking products and services. So whether you're an SME, a small corporate business owner, a young or old, rest assured that we have a product for you. Visit Zenith Bank's Ashaman branch today. Exceptional service awaits you. Zenith Bank, in your best interests.
Professor Kwesianin speaking my mind on myjoyonline.com this morning. He says ECOWAS lacks an understanding of the shifting forces in the sub-region. I would have not said it in such a polite way.
Look at the leaders. How old are they?
Anyway, Akufo-Addo conveys well wishes to King Charles III amid cancer treatment. Yes, the president has a lot of sympathy for people who are going through problems outside Ghana. Plot to remove IGP. Committee will not serve anyone's interest. Atacha is the one insisting on that. Loss of seasoned MPs in primaries not good for legislation. Ghana's democratic development. That's the Speaker of Parliament. Government. That was one more. But government in court over chicken poo in River Wye. Pardon? Well, the details are there. Go check it out. Let's see what's on citynewsroom.com. Nitiwo caused my woes. He initiated my arrest. ACP Agojo is the one alleging this, and it's on citynewsroom.com. I hope he has evidence for that. The latest on the Israel-Hamas war is also available for your consumption on CNN.com. Taylor Swift is also trending everywhere. The BBC News up now, brought to you by Fidelity Bank, Believe with Us, and Old Mutual, 10 years of greatness in Ghana, here for a lifetime.
For decades, we have helped businesses connect with their trade partners all over the globe. From Ghana to Burkina Faso, Côte d'Ivoire, Benin, Togo, Senegal, China, Morocco, France, Netherlands, and many other countries. We have made it possible to bring Ghana to the world. We have brought small and medium businesses closer to their customers across the regions in Ghana with our SME support facilities. We have brought relief and smiles to the faces of families with our employee personal loans. With our cutting-edge technology and digital support, we take the burden of complex thinking off you, making life simple. That is who we are, as close as a partner. Bank of Africa. We are indeed the African bank with the global reach.
Hello Ghana, I've got great news for you. After 26 years of academic excellence globally, Botho University is now in Ghana, offering degree programs in health information management, cybersecurity and risk management, software engineering, network security and computer forensics. Admissions are ongoing for January 2024 with up to 50% scholarship for the first 150 students. We offer flexible payment terms, internship opportunities and experiential exchange programs with our sister campuses. Pick up your admission form today at our East Legon campus near ANC Mall or call 0302-523-782 or WhatsApp 020-990-4714 for more information. Botho University, vibrance, innovation, impact.
Ready to upgrade to awesome? Say hello to the new Samsung Galaxy A05, A05s, A15, and A25 5G. Unlock the magic of the awesome screen, 6.7 inches of pure delight. Available in black, light violet, light green, and silver. Your style, your choice. The awesome 15 megapixel main camera gives you breathtaking photos. Built with the 5000 mAh awesome battery, guaranteed to last long, and a 25 watts fast charger ensures you spend less time charging. Make your memories awesome with any of the new Samsung Galaxy A series range of phones. It's not just a phone, it's a lifestyle. Fall in love with Galaxy all over again.
It's a century of safeguarding dreams with Enterprise Insurance. In the spirit of our 100th anniversary, Enterprise Insurance revs it up with Yafinia Motor Promotion. One lucky winner will cruise around in a sleek brand new Nissan Kicks SUV. First and second runner-ups will jet off to Dubai for an all-expense paid escape. Renew or get your vehicle insurance between January and June 2024 and win free fuel coupons. Monthly raffle draws give you cool gadgets like laptops, Samsung phones, microwaves, gas cooker, tabletop fridge, and many more. Enterprise Insurance Yafinia Motor Promotion is on at all our branches. Call your broker or agent to buy or renew your motor insurance and make history with Enterprise Insurance at 100. Celebrating our legacy, securing your future. Time-tested, truly trusted. That's the Enterprise Advantage. Terms and conditions apply. This promo is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas Lottery platform.
Enterprise, your advantage.
Dear business owner, congrats on not giving up on your business. You deserve a medal, and your business deserves to be taken to the next level. In fact, it's about time you run a Zenith Bank SME account so you and your business can enjoy the perks of a Zenith SME business card. Oga and Oga Madam status.
The Zenith SME Business Card is a Visa debit card for making secure payments for goods and services. Enjoy great benefits such as free customized digital SME training, free marketing toolkits, access to Visa practical skills training, and more. Unlock the potential of your business today. Visit any Zenith Bank branch nationwide and sign up for the Zenith SME Business Card, the ultimate payment solution for SMEs. For more information, visit www.zenithbank.com.gh or call 0302-680-884 or 0307-086-370. Zenith Bank, in your best interests.
The BBC World Service, the world's radio station.
Hello, welcome to Newsday from the BBC World Service with Davina Gupta and James Copnell. Great to have you with us.
On the show, can Israel and Hamas agree a deal on a pause in fighting and a release of hostages? Qatar says Hamas has responded positively to the latest proposals.
1 year from the devastating earthquake that hit Turkey and Syria, the region and the people are still trying to recover.
The sound of heavy machinery still echoes around here. The diggers that are dragging and pulling at the debris to take it away, because even after a year of solid work, they still haven't managed to fully clear this place.
In the US, the mother of a teenager murderer has been convicted of manslaughter in relation to her son's shooting of schoolmates because he got access to a gun.
First though, the latest world news.
Hello, I'm Neil Nunes with the BBC News. The U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken will meet Israeli officials in Tel Aviv today, where he's expected to push for a ceasefire agreement for Gaza. Reports say Hamas has reacted positively to a framework for a deal. Elion Levy, a spokesperson for the Israeli government, told the BBC details of the framework were being thoroughly evaluated. He's also commented on other key points.
Israel has, since the beginning of this war, been facilitating the evacuation of wounded people for treatment in Egypt, Turkey, United Arab Emirates. We think it's right, and we're happy for that to continue. On the question of the return of people to northern Gaza, let's remember it is still an active war zone. As for reconstruction, we want to see Gaza built. We think it is important that after Hamas is defeated, that the concrete go to building people's houses and not into the sort of tunnel network that we have been uncovering in the Gaza Strip.
At least 5 people have been killed after a landslide buried 2 buses and several houses outside a gold mining site in the town of Mako in the southern Philippines. Nearly 50 are missing. More now from Vima Simone.
Philippine officials said, as well as the 5 dead, more than 30 people were injured. Efforts are continuing to locate and rescue the missing. The disaster caused by heavy rain hit a part of the mine used as a residential area for workers and their families. Nearby, roads are impassable and there's no phone signal to the area. Much of Mindanao has been affected by monsoon rains that have caused flooding and landslides elsewhere.
The United Nations is launching an appeal to fund humanitarian operations in Sudan and neighboring countries hosting refugees. More than 9 million people have been displaced by Sudan's conflict between rival military leaders. Imogen Folks reports from Geneva.
With the world's attention on the conflict in the Middle East, Sudan has been almost forgotten. But UN aid agencies describe a humanitarian crisis of epic proportions. 25 million people, half Sudan's population, are in need. 18 million face acute food shortages. Famine could be next. There is widespread sexual violence. Health services have collapsed. Millions of children cannot go to school. The UN is expected to ask for billions to support its work in Sudan and in neighbouring countries hosting refugees.
Ukraine's Air Force says Russia has launched missile strikes on the capital Kyiv and other cities this morning. Several blasts were heard in Kyiv, with its mayor Vitaly Klitschko saying air defense systems were engaged. He said parts of the city were without electricity. This is the latest world news from the BBC. A lawyer for the jailed Senegalese opposition leader Ousmane Sonko says 200 people have been arrested in the past 2 days as protests continue over Parliament's decision to postpone the presidential election. Juan Branco said those detained include several politicians and the former Prime Minister. The U.S. Congress remains deadlocked over aid for Ukraine and Israel, despite Democrats agreeing to Republican demands to tie the support to new funding to tackle illegal migration. House Republicans said they would reject the bipartisan $118 billion Senate bill. Hundreds of flights by Germany's main airline Lufthansa have been cancelled as part of the latest strikes in the country. A walkout by ground staff over pay at major airports, including Frankfurt, Munich and Berlin, is expected to affect 100,000 passengers on Wednesday. Germany has been beset by protests and strikes since the start of the year. Two men who made critical contributions to the development of wind power have been awarded this year's Queen Elizabeth Prize, known as the Nobel of Engineering. They are Denmark's Henrik Steesdale and the UK's Andrew Garrett. More now from Jonathan Amos.
The largest wind turbines will power tens of thousands of homes. But when Henrik Steesdal and Andrew Garrett began their wind careers, few took the technology seriously. Their work changed everything. Steesdal framed the early design principles for wind turbines and led the installation of the world's very first offshore wind farm. And Garrett developed the computer models that are used to optimize and certify turbine and farm designs. Without either of them, the wind industry would not be where it is today, say the Queen Elizabeth Prize judges. The laureates will share the £500,000 award.
BBC World News.
Thank you for that news.
Do you want to study in India? Thai Global is bringing directors of India's leading universities and colleges to facilitate your admission to pursue first degree, master's or PhD programs. 8th of February, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. at Kumasi, Lancaster Hotel, and in Accra, 9th of February 2024 at La Palm Royal Beach Hotel from 10 a.m. till 5 p.m. There will be lots of scholarship opportunities. Call 0532 546478 or 0200 565626.
We've got red hot deals at Oka Deco this Valentine's season. Set the mood and express your love with exclusive decor, gifts, accessories, and much more from Oka. Enjoy red hot deals from now until 17th February. Make someone feel special. Visit Oka Deco at Accra Mall and on Spintex Road this Valentine.
Coffee in your cup and Joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
And Mafiki Zulu. That's right, corner. And listen, today on the Super Morning Show, we've got lots and lots to talk about. First of all, what's happening in Parliament? We've got some new standing orders there. What do they mean? What will they do? How will they impact the way Parliament does business? We're very interested in all of that. We also want to ask you, how are you coping in this financial crisis? The financial habits of Ghanaians have been captured in an old mutual survey, and some of the details are shocking. Some of the details are really worrying. Did you know that about 66% of us are not saving for our retirement? Wow. Yeah. Some of us don't even know where to start when it comes to the idea of saving for your retirement.
And I know that some people also think, oh, I can work,
Most people are actually starting too late. That's another disturbing thing.
Yeah.
Starting too late. That there isn't enough time for you to save enough to tide you through your retirement years.
The thinking sometimes, Kojo, is also that the income is not much, so I cannot save. You see? So it's always hand to mouth. It's not surprising, but the percentage is huge, 66%.
Because you see, only 14% of working Ghanaians say they are very satisfied with their financial situation. 14%. And this is according to, the old mutual financial services monitor. They do this last time they were here. They tell us you can get it on their website. But just imagine, as Mamavi, 14% of working Ghanaians say they are satisfied with their financial situation. 64% of Ghanaian consumers say they are considerably stressed. Lower income earners as well as informal sector workers are the most financially stressed.
What's the percentage for the considerably stressed category?
Look, those who say they are what? 64%. Wow. 64%. 64.
But
that's 2/3 of Ghanaians.
Yeah.
Say they are considerably stressed. And if you want to, I can actually break it down for you. So those who earn between 1,000 and 1,500, 72% of them are stressed. Those who earn 1,500 to 3,000, 61% of them are stressed.
Guess what percentage of Ghanaians don't have life insurance?
If people are not saving towards pension, I won't be surprised if people are not concerned about life insurance at all.
88%.
That's almost 90.
Yeah. Only 12% of us have life insurance. And you know what? The thing about life insurance is that, look, it doesn't matter that you haven't been able to build a mansion for your family. Doesn't matter that you haven't been able to buy cars for all of your children or whatever. Just by having life insurance, you can make sure that if anything happens to you, your family are taken care of.
The people you care about the most.
That is the point of life insurance. And you don't have to be paying it. Look, just do it today. Just start it today. It's not about how long you've been paying it. As long as your premiums are up to date, God forbid. But if anything happens to you, your family is covered. It is so important. Of all the things we spend money on, trying to buy land, trying to build this, trying to do... Yes, do all those things. But get life insurance. Get life insurance, because that's your fallback. If all fails, your family will still be taken care of. So anyway, today we talk about that and more.
But it's sad that that's our reality.
88%.
But listen to this. I'll share one more with you. 28% of formal sector workers and 70% of informal sector workers do not have employee benefits. And amongst those who do, the most popular would be medical and health insurance. That's 28%. Pension and provident fund, 20%. But more significant amongst formal sector employees.
So there are people who are working and there are just no benefits.
Yeah. That's why people will go on pension and they would go around asking for monies, when they're not well. They would still be depending on others.
Can you imagine? living for a lifetime, working for a lifetime, but still not having done enough to look after yourself in your old age.
Kojo, today you've seen, unions within our universities embarking on strike actions, demanding their Tier 2 pensions be paid to their fund managers. I mean, they're demanding these because, look, these Tier 2 funds must get to your fund managers. They would invest them so that when you go on retirement, they give you your lump sum.
There is something for you.
However, these persons don't have these funds. The National Labour Commission says, oh, we've ruled that the government doesn't do that. They have to pay a 3% interest. Government is not paying. The people are I mean, look, that 3% interest, that 3%, if those people, for instance, if you give me, today, if I were buying Government of Ghana bonds, Government of Ghana bonds, that can actually, with yields of over 30%, what is 3%? I mean, even the government, central government, has not paid Tier 2. There are people who will be going on retirement.
People retire every day.
They need these monies.
Yeah. So you see, that explains why. These statistics also found that, look, the confidence that people have in retirement provision is low. All right? Only about half of us have any confidence in the retirement provisions that are available in Ghana. Only about half of us. So the rest of us think there's no point to it. It's not reliable. And I mean, government is proving them right, because they can come and dip their hands into it at any time when they feel like their V8 money is not enough or their cathedral money is not enough. They can come and dip their hands in it and go and use it for their priority of priorities. And you will be left impoverished in your old age.
The fact also is that, and that's a reality, if you earn low, whatever you save towards pension, whatever, eventually will be low as well.
Yeah.
It will not be enough.
Yeah. But you see, that's why these things like Tier 2 and in some cases Tier 3 and all that, they all add up. They all add up to bolster whatever you will end up with. And these things are not safe. They are not secure. They are not guaranteed. They are not assured. Hey.
Well, we'll have that conversation. But of course, a lot of you have been asking questions about the new curriculum supposed to start in 2024, 2025, where the likes of Mamavi, who read science in secondary school, would no longer.
I feel that
would no longer do integrated science and core maths. They would do additional maths, and those of us who read general arts in school would do integrated science. But if we are doing general arts with elective maths, that will be additional maths. Yes, and so that's more like the way to go now, they say. We'll find out more about it, because what was the rationale behind it?
Winston, we must, because I didn't know about the changes until the announcement was done. So I'm feeling like, are we rushing this again? I want to know what sort of consultation went on. You get people who are in this particular education sector. Is this what they recommended? I mean, is this what we need? I want to know that intellectuals have come together and they've taken this decision.
I want to know that it's not yet another self-pleasing exercise at the end of which we will not have textbooks. We will not have any of the things that are needed to support the implementation of this new curriculum. So that you come up with all these amazing new ways of educating our children, and then none of them are practicalized.
Only on paper.
Anyway, today, these and more are on our minds. Also, we want you to head in your droves to X to tell us what you expect the Vice President to say in his address today. Use the hashtag JoySMS.
Wake up to joy, joy, joy. Sunshine and joy in the morning time. Yeah. Wake up to the Super Morning Show. Yeah. Wake up to joy.
Welcome to
Right, start the new year with easy and secure movement with SG Ghana. Get reliable motor insurance and receive free fuel for your car. Buy or renew your sound drive insurance with SG Ghana between now and the 31st of March and get free fuel of up to 500 Ghana cedis for your trips. It's time to hit the road with reliable insurance and free fuel. Visit any SG Ghana branch today and get the cover you need for your car, plus free fuel to take you places. Sound Drive plan is underwritten by Allianz Insurance. Terms and conditions apply. Societe Generale Ghana, the future is you.
And the Total Energies CAF Africa Cup of Nations Côte d'Ivoire 2023 is here. And as part of this year's competition, all Total Energy service stations will go into 100% football mode. We still love the game, even though Ghana is out, and we still want our customers to feel the football fever. So drive to selected service stations and continue the year with loads of amazing giveaways. Today, there's a match, the semi-final. So when you buy fuel or lubricants on selected match days from selected Total service stations, you instantly win amazing branded souvenirs. Let's celebrate the passion of football together and win loads of gifts during the 2023 Total Energies Africa Cup of Nations. Remember, promo is valid while stock lasts. Visit our social media pages, Total Energies GH, for more information. Terms and conditions apply. Football together.
And as a business owner, insurance is incredibly important. When you have a business, you're not only responsible for your livelihood and goods, but also that of your customers, your clients, and staff. SIC Insurance PLC has the full array of insurance policies for your business, which covers property, workmen's compensation, key persons, that's professionals, motor, public liability, business interruption, and more. Potentially disastrous situations can be prevented with the right insurance cover. Just know that. So talk to SIC Insurance today on 0800 1055 or 0302 823 100, and you will be glad you did. SIC Insurance, our promises are sacred.
Now, I'm betting you can't wait to visit your family or friends in London. Well, here's the good news. You don't have to. That's because British Airways flies there 10 times a week to 2 different airports. All right, so you can fly into London Heathrow or to Gatwick Airport. Treat yourself to British Airways Club World and experience exceptional levels of comfort and service. Club World comes with a seat that reclines into a fully flat bed and offers you a premium dining experience. Or you could fly World Traveller Plus and enjoy a quieter, more spacious cabin. Fly British Airways and experience the best of British hospitality on your journey to London. Don't wait, book now at ba.com. Madasi.
So Toyota users, get ready for a revolution. If you want your Toyota engine to function optimally, then there's only one choice, the Toyota Genuine Motor Oil. The Toyota Genuine Motor Oil has been rigorously tested and proven to be the best oil for your Toyota energy. Engine, specially crafted to keep your Toyota engine running smoothly and efficiently. The Toyota Genuine Motor Oil is available at all Toyota Ghana branches across the nation. They've still not brought me my.
I was just going to say that.
You have to bring it.
You have to go and test drive first.
They should just bring it. Come and pack it here. Well, nothing makes your engine happier than Toyota Genuine Motor Oil. For bulk purchase or distribution, contact Toyota Ghana on 0302 429 801. Toyota, superior quality.
And it's the Imperial Insure and Win promotion reloaded. Just insure your vehicle with Imperial General Assurance from now till the end of April and get yourself handsome rewards, free fuel coupons, special souvenirs, gift vouchers, and many more available. And here's the catch. During this reward period, your motor insurance policy will give you an automatic 1-year life insurance cover. We're just talking about life insurance a while ago. You could also get brand new car tires and other car accessories as well. It's really reloaded. Everybody qualifies. Just come insure your car and you are done. So call Imperial General Assurance on 0577 667 436 or just talk to your broker or any of their agents across the country for further details. You can also follow them on social media. Terms and conditions apply. Imperial General Assurance, solid protection.
All right, now it's kingdomstoreonline.com that everybody's visiting, especially those who want quality office essentials, equipment, and furniture. Of course, Kingdom Books and Stationery has it all right there on kingdomstoreonline.com. You can pay via Momo across all networks for whatever you buy, and they will deliver to your home or office in very good time. If you're in Accra or Tema, you get free delivery. Terms and conditions apply. At Kingdom, quality and affordability are their hallmarks.
So, every time we eat, food and sugars are trapped between our teeth, leading to tooth decay, gum disease, and in some cases, foul breath. Well, brushing your teeth every morning and night with Pepsodent Charcoal and Pepsodent Herbal Toothpaste is the way to go. And Pepsodent Charcoal is made of a fine blend of fluoride with a unique combination of natural charcoal, lemon, mint, and zinc to whiten your teeth, strengthen them, and remove bad odor from your mouth. Pepsodent Charcoal White gently polishes away tooth stains and naturally restores your bright smile. For herbal lovers, try Pepsodent Herbal Toothpaste, which is infused with a unique blend of green tea and herbal extracts, formulated to repair and protect your gums while giving an all-round cooling sensation. Pepsodent Herbal releases, repairs, and protects gum tissues while giving you strong teeth. Always remember to brush your teeth in the morning and before you sleep at night. Pepsodent has been educating Ghanaians on how to brush their teeth for 25 years and is recommended by the Ghana Dental Association. Pepsodent gives you the opportunity to talk to a dentist for free. Call toll-free 0800 161 000 to talk to a dentist free. You can get Pepsodent at any shop near you. Call our customer care center on toll-free 0800 2030.
All right, Enterprise Insurance, that's the leader in general insurance. It's been so since 1924. They're celebrating 100 years anniversary with a Yafinie motor insurance promotion. One lucky winner will drive off in a brand new Nissan Kicks SUV. First and second runner-ups will jet off to Dubai, all expense paid. So to win, just purchase or renew your vehicle insurance with Enterprise from now till June 2024. Monthly raffle draws offer you lovely laptops, TVs, microwaves, fridges, and more. Also win instant free fuel coupons and gift. Visit any Enterprise Insurance branch or call your broker or agent. Call Enterprise Insurance directly on 0302 634 777. Experience the time-tested and truly trusted 100 years legacy of Ghana's oldest insurer. Terms and conditions apply. Enterprise Insurance, your advantage.
Well, it's to your advantage to have good nutrition, and Nestle helps with the nutrition line. They offer good food for a good life. Our nutrition line returns later, but right now, though, we're gearing up for the Joy Sports Center after these messages.
Imagine strutting into the most anticipated wedding of the year, only to see 7 other girls wearing your exact same outfit.
You are special and one of a kind, and that's why whether it's voice, data, or SMS, you get to enjoy personalized offers tailored to your specific needs with MTN Just For You. Dial *141# or select your options on the My MTN app to redeem your unique Just For You package on Ghana's best mobile network. MTN.
Have you ever thought of the one that makes you complete? An escape from the clutches of interest charges. With the Standard Chartered Visa debit and credit cards, payments are completed at the speed of light, intertwined with interest-earning accounts. You also get unbelievable rewards every time you swipe. You have access to over 1,200 airport lounges worldwide, high credit limits of up to 100,000 Ghana cedis, and up to 50 days interest-free with our credit cards. You also get to enjoy full multi-trip travel insurance for 90 days. Fees discounted at your feet with our globally partnered merchant points. Bills are always settled, not battled. Get the Standard Chartered debit and credit card now. Call toll-free on 0800 740 100 or 0302 740 100, or reach us via email on feedback.ghana@sc.com. Standard Chartered, here for good.
And where do you think you're going?
To train in the garden.
With my broom?
Mom, it's a javelin.
Oh, really? And that plate?
That's not a plate, it's a discus, Mom. We are training to become winners.
Well, you know you need lots of energy to become winners. So you both better start your day with Twisco before you go anywhere.
Besides its great chocolatey taste, Twisco is enriched with Enerfort, a blend of energy-boosting vitamins and minerals for little winners.
Thanks, Mom.
Got to keep my little winners in shape.
Twisco, power your dreams.
This advert is FDA approved.
Yeah. Birthday messages on the Super Morning Show are brought to you by MTN. Everywhere you go. And Bank of Africa, the African bank with global reach. Bank of Africa, as strong as a group, as close as a partner. All right, a few birthdays today. Why don't you guys get started?
All right, it's a happy birthday to Aseye Delasi Kokwi Tamaklo. You are officially a teenager today, and we pray that grace and favor follow you always. It's from Dad, Mom, and your siblings, Senna and Aseye. They say they love you so much. Happy birthday to you, Aseye. And you're a teenager today. Good for you.
Good for you. Aseye. Happy birthday to George Fachi, former head of Commercial Banking Department, GCB Bank PLC. May God grant you all your heart's desires. May He exalt your horn like that of the unicorn. May He answer all your silent prayers. Have a blast, my super duper boss extraordinaire, from Teresa Anderson. And this one says, happy birthday to Efia Date, who's head of Communications Africa region of the Hunger Project. It's coming from your husband, John Apia.
Oh, nice.
John Copious Apia.
What's up, John?
And Kwame. But John,
what's up for the birthday?
Is this all you can send to your wife? Add something sweet, John Apia. Add some sweet message to it.
Let me give John an
See
example.
who is saying, yeah, you, I believe, yeah.
Listen to this, all right? This one says, my love for you is endless, my dear wife. From the first moment we met, I knew you would be my wife, to have and to hold you for the rest of my life. We have been together for 15 years. I hope that today brings you nothing but bliss, as you are the sweetest person ever to exist. My love for you, my dear wife, is endless. Happy birthday, my beautiful Mrs. Yvonne Araba Harden. And that's from Nana Harden, our very own Nana Harden there, getting romantic. He and the kids wishing his wife happy birthday.
Oh, okay. I know Nana Harding. He's a good friend of mine. He has tried.
So he's teaching you a few things.
No, he does. He's not teaching. he knows that I'm his senior. But could you let me say? Could you let me say a good morning to my friend Gafaro at Adi Lake Resort at Akosombo. You should go to that place, Adi Lake Resort. It's a very nice place. You know, you get to see the lake and the river, whichever way you prefer, and the mountain.
Oh,
so
nice.
One of these days I will take you there. It's a place I love to hang out.
Why are you not offering me that? Because that's my thing, you know.
You want to go to Adi Lake Resort?
Of course.
I'll talk to Gafaro. You should arrange that for
It's
us.
good you're looking at me like that.
All right.
Yes, and she will get Soko if she goes there.
Oh, yes. Happy birthday to Frederick Ajiman Mensah of Ghana Civil Aviation and Kwabre East Constituency Chairman for the Asante region. It's from your wife, children, and the entire family. They love you and they say God bless you. Happy birthday to Bill Selassie Odum of VRA Budget. From your office mother, your office sister, your office wives, and original Madame MFA Fuade. God bless and help you. Okay.
Just so you know, John says that his money would do the romance for him.
Copious.
Cashman.
His money will do the romance.
It says the money will do the romance.
It's not the words, you know? And I guess for a lot of us women, that means more.
Yeah, they say your mouth shouldn't write checks your butt can't cash. Okay. All right. The Joy Sports Center is brought to you by MTN. Everywhere you go. Standard Chartered Bank. Here for good. And Twisco Energy Food Drink from Promasidor Company Limited. Twisco. Power your
Dream. Let Fentio say Twisco.
No.
But listen,
the way Mbura says Chisco. The
why
way
is she
Mbura
setting
says
you up?
I will
No.
not take the bait.
I love you too much. I won't say
Fentio, come and say Twisco. Come. Oh, Fentio, come.
Oh, give us one Twisco.
You people, you Winston.
Twist one.
You Winston, I want you.
Oh, Fentio, say it.
One small Twisco for the boys.
Listen, welcome to your future, though. A future designed exclusively to propel women-led businesses to the next level. Are you a female entrepreneur developing a technology or leveraging technology? Well, the Standard Chartered Women in Tech Incubator Program offers specialized mentoring, mini MBA business courses, curated networks, tailored masterclasses, and seed funding to help you unlock unimaginable business growth. So apply now, take advantage of this. Just apply to the Standard Chartered Women in Tech program or visit scwomenintechgh.com or the Standard Chartered Bank Ghana social media pages for more information on this. Application deadline, remember, is 29th February 2024.
And did you know that MTN Momo now has an app? Yes, MTN Momo has a brand new app specially designed to make your Momo experience easier, convenient, and faster. Just download the Momo app on Play Store, App Store, on your smartphone, and look out for the blue and yellow icon. It's that simple. Momo app allows you to view your statements, pay bills, and so much more. Use the Momo app for your Momo transactions and enjoy a 100% bonus when you recharge using the Momo app. So go on, download the Momo app now and start transacting with the Flex at no data cost. Just Momo it everywhere you go. Thank you.
Very good morning to you, Winston, and good morning, all of you. Welcome aboard to the Joy Sports Center with me, Fentio Tahiru Fentio. Coming up this morning, of course, AFCON semi-final takes center stage, and we'll have a preview of those two matches later today, with Nigeria up against South Africa and DR Congo against the host nation Cote d'Ivoire. That's to come a little later. But let's begin in Parliament. And following the appearance at the Public Accounts Committee, shocking details of incompetence, brazen disregard for authority, and wanton corruption have been uncovered at the National Sports Authority, headed by Professor Peter Chumesi. Now, on Monday, MP for Ningo Pram Sam George confronted the Director General on whether some 70,000 Ghana cedis paid by Stoneboy's company to use the Accra Sports Stadium in December was enough to repair the damages done to the pitch by the activities of the party ravers.
Director General, I asked you a specific question. Last year when you came here, do you have pitch covers? You said yes. You know this. You know all of this technical stuff, yet you decided to suspend sporting activities without consulting your minister or your board to do a social activity, and then said it took 4 days to set up. Now, Bennington Group paid you 70,000 Ghana cedis. Is the 70,000 Ghana cedis enough to restore the damage that was done to the grass at the Accra Sports Stadium?
The usage of the sports stadium is a multi-purpose.
As you heard there, Professor Chumesi did not correct Sam George on the amount paid by Stoneboy, suggesting the figure publicly declared was the right amount. However, Sam George told Joy FM in an interview since then that he's discovered the amount paid by Stoneboy was actually 169,000 Ghana cedis.
Post the event, I have now gotten the contract that the NSA signed with the Bennington Music Group, and I've gotten receipts of payment that the Bennington Music Group paid to the NSA for the fifth dimension. It wasn't 70,000. It was 169,000.
Now, Sam George's claims were corroborated by Stoneboy's manager, Chief Styles, in an interview with Hits FM yesterday.
But what I can tell you clearly is that, yes, I was delegated by Stone to lead the charge in terms of doing the negotiations and payment of the stadium. And I can also tell you for the fact that, yes, we paid more than 70,000 for the stadium.
Now, beyond the under-declaration of figures, the Auditor General also uncovered that the NSA was engaged in the act of writing off debt owed the authority without prior approval, which led Vice Chairman of the Public Accounts Committee to describe the NSA as a rotting institution.
National Sports Authority, there's a lot of rot over there. Rot. Vodafone, Ghana, they owed you 18,900. And then CCMI, Pastor Aziz, they owed you 2,250. And you sat down for this regional head to write it off without permission.
That's the Vice Chairman of the Public Accounts Committee, Samuel Atta Mills. Then there's the issue of disregard for authority. The Public Accounts Committee also uncovered that the NSA Director General, Professor Peter Chumesi, constantly undermined the Sports Minister's directives, with one particular example involving the Central Region's NSA Director, shocking the Public Accounts Committee Chairman, James Kluche Aveji.
Honorable members, the Director General took instruction from the Minister to transfer Mr. Tieku. He wrote a letter to Mr. Tieku transferring him. He made a heading, transfer to head office, and intentionally put in the letter, the body of the letter, transfer to Eastern Region. He went behind that letter and spoke to Mr. Tieku not to honor the transfer. So that's a complete disrespect to the minister. Now, this committee, I think our position is that Mr. Tieku should move immediately to Eastern Region. And Director General, this committee is directing you to ensure that Mr. Tieku is moved to where you are transferring him. Do that immediately and report back to us.
That's the Public Accounts Committee Chairman, James Kluche Aveji, talking to Director General of the National Sports Authority, Professor Peter Chumesi, who appeared before the committee on Monday. Let's stay in Parliament, because Speaker of Parliament Alban Bagbin says the sacking of coaches of the Black Stars will not deal with the issue of poor performance of the team. Ghana is currently hunting for a fifth coach for the team in 5 years, having suffered 3 consecutive group stage exits in international competitions.
It is high time we huddle together to discuss the current state of Ghana's football and consider a comprehensive strategy for the future. Sacking of coaches is not the panacea to the challenges. The Black Stars and their handlers must know that they represent more than just a football team. They are a symbol of our national pride, cohesion, and resilience.
That's the Speaker of Ghana's Parliament, Alban Bagbin. All right, let's get into AFCON semi-final mood now. The fixtures will be played today. Nigeria will take on sworn rival South Africa at 5 p.m. The Super Eagles star Victor Osimhen has been declared fit for this evening's clash after he missed the team's trip to Bouake on Monday due to an abdominal discomfort. The reigning African Footballer of the Year trained with the team yesterday and is available for selection. The Super Eagles head coach is Jose Pesero. He says his team must give more than 100% if they are to beat South Africa.
Now we have a tough match against a good national team, and we want to beat South Africa for reach the final, because it's our goal. And for that, we must play an high-level match. We know the capacity and the power of the opponent. When opponent put Morocco out, Morocco did a fantastic World Cup. For that, my players and me, we know what we must do. We must play 100% or more for beat a very good team.
All right, that's Jose Pesero, Nigeria's coach. South Africa's coach is Hugo Bruce. He says his team's motivation is at an all-time high.
I think for many people it was unexpected, but we did it, and that means that South Africa became a good team. It's also more than 20 years ago that South Africa played a semi-final, even more that we played a final. So that means that we got a lot of motivation. The semi-final, we have it already, but that we want to play also next Sunday, the final.
That's Hugo Bruce, South Africa's boss. Elsewhere, at 7 p.m., host nation, at 8 p.m., I beg your pardon, host nation Cote d'Ivoire, they will come up against DR Congo in the other semi-final clash. Former DR Congo defender Gabriel Zakuani believes it will not be a ride in the park for the Ivorians.
I think they're enjoying it. They're enjoying being the underdogs and surprising everyone and kind of going under the radar with the draws. It took a while to get that first win in the 90 minutes. And now I think it's just let the shackles off and let it take place. And I think in terms of the way we performed in this tournament, you can't really write us off. The only thing with the Ivory Coast is that they are, the home nation. and their crowd will expect them to win. So that may add added pressure to them. With us, it's just about going there, enjoying it, because it's a good tournament.
Former DR Congo defender Gabriel Zakwane. You can join us at 1 p.m. on Joy 99.7 FM and on Joy Prime for a comprehensive preview of those semi-final clashes. Some more AFCON-related news. Egypt has appointed Hossam Hassan as their new head coach and his twin brother Ibrahim Hassan as technical director. Hossam is a 3-time AFCON winner. He replaces Rui Vitoria, who was sacked after the Pharaohs' disappointing performance at the AFCON. Now, before we go, Arsenal Fan TV founder Robbie Lyle has told Joy Sports that the absence of Thomas Partey has massively affected the Ghana's charge for a Premier League title. The 30-year-old has played only 4 games for Arsenal this season, having battled injury since October. Robbie is in Ghana for a public viewing of the Arsenal vs West Ham game at Legon City Mall on Sunday, and he says Arsenal would have been further up the table if Partey was fit all season.
I think big time, because last year, you could argue that he's one of our best players, and he's such a good player. And I think if we had him, along with Declan Rice in that midfield, I think we'd probably be even higher in the league. And I just hope that, the other day he sort of came back and he suffered a bit of a setback. And I feel so sorry for him because, no player wants to be injured. He wants to play, and we love him in England. The fans absolutely love Thomas Partey, and we just want to see him fit on that pitch playing, because when he's playing, he's one of the best players in the league.
That's Robbie Lyle there, and of course that public viewing event is on Sunday at the Legon City Mall. Before we go, Sekou Mare's double strike helped Southampton to a comfortable 3-0 FA Cup replay win against Watford. That sets them up for a last 16 tie against Liverpool. At least they scored 3 goals in extra time to beat Plymouth Argyle 4-1 and will now face either Chelsea or Aston Villa. And in Germany, well, the unbeaten season of Bayer Leverkusen continued after a 3-2 win against Stuttgart to reach the DFB Copa semi-finals. It's their 30th match already this season, and Leverkusen, coached by Xabi Alonso, remain unbeaten. Unbelievable run of results for the former Liverpool midfielder. That's all the sports this morning on the Joy Sports Centre. My name is Fentio Tahiru Fentio. There's more sports on our website, myjoyonline.com/sports. Mama V.
That's so true.
Yes.
But there was the arrest of the NSA director. Has that been effected?
Yeah. No. That's the Northern Regional Director.
Yeah.
Whose arrest was ordered by the Public Accounts Committee. She's not being. It's a she. She's not being arrested yet, Madam Salamatu Al Hassan. But she has a history of continuous abuse of power, and especially when it comes to unaccounted funds. It's not the first time she's in the public domain for reportedly squandering public resources. It's happened in 2018. An amount of 69,000 or so went missing. Then she was taken away for a while, then brought back. Then MPP Youth actually went on a demonstration to protest her restoration to office. And in 2022, ECG went there and cut power to the Aliyu Muhammad Stadium because they owed she owed the stadium, or the NSA there owed ECG an awful amount of money. And now she's been cited for. So it's a lot.
So
it's a series of.
So the 2018 money.
Oh yes, and she continues to stay in power.
Was it paid back?
No, she continues to stay in power.
Interesting.
So that's the thing, and no suspension, no disciplinary action. She
no
just no refund. She's just carrying on as like it's business as usual, and it's the same thing that's happening at the NSA head office regarding or involving the Director General himself, whose issues came to light at the Public Accounts Committee sitting.
We have a responsibility. We can't let it be business as usual.
It has been for the past, I don't know. Well, Salamatu Al Hassan has been in power.
It's not somebody's private property.
It definitely is not.
It is for the people of Ghana.
It definitely. And yesterday's point that I made. Listen, the Director General of the NSA has a very interesting history. Okay, in he actually lost a company vehicle a pickup
Yes,
truck.
yes.
Yes, you know that story as
Yeah,
well.
because some George.
That has not.
No,
yes,
tell us.
it's
Tell us that story.
Well, he went to Kumasi with the vehicle, according to him.
And this is
he was
a
robbed.
new vehicle, by
Yes.
the way. Stress on that.
Which, by the way, should have been insured, but wasn't insured. And he acquired it, didn't insure it, and then
He didn't
went
insure
to
the vehicle and yet
no,
he was using
no.
it.
He was using the vehicle, didn't insure it.
You know,
There were two
is that
vehicles.
is that even clear? Because according to the accounts of some George, this was a vehicle that was insured, according to them.
No, he lied about that because he said it was insured. It later emerged that it wasn't because my checks revealed that after the vehicle was stolen, in fact, what happened was this. The insurance company actually sent an invoice to the NSA for the insurance of the vehicles.
Right.
The NSA didn't pay for the insurance of the vehicles. They had the invoice. After the vehicle was stolen, when he came back from Kumasi, they then tried to pay
Oh my God.
the invoice. And the insurance company knew that the vehicle was missing, so they didn't take the money. So in the end, it wasn't insured, and that's why that vehicle, since then, insurance hasn't paid out. And his account of what happened differs from the account of the driver. I think the Public Accounts Committee should invite his driver because he was fired soon after the incident.
You know, now that they've called for an audit to be done,
The audits have been done. And the audits have... The
the accounts
sitting was
committee-
based on one audit from
But the-
2022.
they're calling for a new audit now.
This is the second time he's been there. There was another. So this is recurrent, it's repetitive, and yet the action remains the same. Nothing is done.
No, hold on. So when it happened,
You have an account. I
Professor
sent you everything.
Professor Chumesi
Yes.
said that armed robbers attacked his driver and bolted with the car.
Yes.
That was through a WhatsApp chat.
Yes. That was his account.
His account. Then when he was called on phone, he said what? He told a different story.
Yes.
Then the driver says that he parked the car at what Owas Hotel, and when he woke up, the car was nowhere to be found.
Yes.
Which we are told was not even the designated area for.
That's not where it was parking. In fact, the driver went to park where the car was stolen on the direction of the NSA director. He told him to go and park the car there, only for the cars to get missing the following day.
And you say
it's a comedy of errors.
And you
It's
say
unbelievable.
within that same year, KNUST wrote to the sports ministry to say that Professor
He was
Chumesi
drawing double salary.
was drawing double salary.
Because he was a teacher there at KNUST before he took up the appointment at the NSA director. Both institutions, public
Okay.
institutions, you can't be paid twice. But he drew double salary for something in the region of 9 months before KNUST finally said they've had enough.
And you also say that Liberia paid $10,000 to use the Accra Sports Stadium.
For a qualifying match, because at that time Liberia didn't have a sanctioned stadium, and they came to play a game here. I think it was against Cape Verde or something like that. I remember that game very well. They paid for the use of the facility. That's not being accounted for since. Keep going now.
No, I'm actually surprised.
No,
And we're also told that in 2021, the National Sports Authority Board held a retreat at Aqua Safari, and media reports suggested that the Accra Stadium was not available for football.
Yes, and that somebody had set up he had rented it out to some people for a social event. He denied right in front of the board that and said no such contract was signed with anybody for any concert. The next day when they got back from the retreat, the whole stadium was set up for the concert. He said didn't exist. The minister actually wanted them to remove the setup, but the board said, well, the setup is done already, so let's leave it.
You know, it's interesting you mentioned board, because all these infractions that we've mentioned, there's actually a board that oversees the activities of the National Sports
There's a whole
Authority.
board. Winston, go to the part about the hiring. When they got the clearance to hire about 250
Yes.
staff.
Oh, I've seen that one. Let me just get to
No,
that
please
one.
tell us.
Now, the authority was asked to employ 250 people. They interviewed less than 100 people, employed less than 45, and filled the other positions. Some slots were
reportedly or allegedly sold to the tune of what? 10,000? And some board members couldn't get their, in quote, people inside because the NSA director, he had guy pass.
Winston and Fentio. I mean, this is a public space. It's not somebody's
it is not.
private backyard.
And see, these things
so
are
happens
these things are in the PAC, the Auditor General's report. A lot of these things are captured in there.
I want us to come back to this issue, and we're not just updating us in announcing and telling people what has happened at the NSA, what continues to happen, but we should talk about the effect of this
on sports development.
Exactly.
Yes.
And we should talk about what should happen to them as well. I mean, nobody should be overseeing an agency and be getting away with these things.
It's unbelievable. And like I said, for us in the sports fraternity, we've continuously hammered on these issues.
I think we have not helped you because it's become like a sports matter.
I agree.
But this is way more than just an NSA issue. This is a Ghana problem. We've got to resolve this.
No, but you see, this is for me. So, the National Sports Authority Director General.
Yes.
Is at post.
Yes. Still at post.
All these infractions are going on.
Yeah.
And nobody can ask him to step aside. Nobody can fire him.
The only thing he did was step aside and go and campaign for parliamentary primaries, MPP. He got 7 votes. He didn't win.
Wait. Hang on. So this is just like the Controller and Accountants General issue. He actually contested in the primaries.
Yeah, he did.
He contested, they lost and got 7 votes.
No, I mean, I've listened to you guys interview him, and anytime you've interviewed him, I remember...
You have to end abruptly.
Yes, you have to end abruptly because he won't say anything.
No
he will fight you. He won't say anything. He said...
Chris Hughton told him that Baba Yara Sports Stadium pitch is the best he has ever seen. Chris Hughton.
So why have we tolerated this one man for such a long time?
Point is somebody appointed him. This is the point, and it is up to that person to get rid of it. In fact, let me tell you, there is a petition by the staff to get him fired. There are 3 lawsuits from members of staff against the Director General. And those people, a lot of the claims involve, for example, his hiring of people without going through the proper channels.
Processes.
So, for example, the NSA's one big example, the NSA's PRO is position. The man came in and appointed his own PRO. You know how PROs work? They are employees of the Ministry of Information. So he's coming and say, I don't like you. You're going to bring his own person.
But the one that was properly appointed is still there, but not working as a PRO.
Exactly.
But we're paying both.
Yes.
Interesting. Well, listen, we will return to this subject definitely because we can't let people get away with things just like this. Our social media messages, and we want to hear your say on what we've just talked about. Social media messages brought to us by EcoBank, A Better Way, A Better Africa, and Provident Insurance. With Provident, man, you are covered.
Across Africa, a new era has begun, connecting us with one purpose: to create and share opportunities to grow. Across our continent, across the world, we are creating a better way to a better future, a Pan-African future, together. EcoBank, a better way, a better Africa.
Provident Insurance welcomes you to a new year. Remember to insure your new car or renew your existing motor insurance from the 1st of January to the 31st of March. You can win free gifts such as fuel coupons and several other branded Provident souvenirs. Rush for insurance cover now. Terms and conditions apply.
Your future happy days.
With Provident, man, you are covered.
Highly spiritual.
Coffee in your cup and Joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
It's the Super Morning Show. It's exactly 8 a.m. now, so we have to bring you the Joy Business Minute. It's brought to us by Consolidated Bank Ghana CBG. We stand with you. And Anointed Electricals, the generator expert. Here's the Joy Business Minutes.
Hello and welcome to the Joy Business Minute, brought to you by Consolidated Bank Ghana. We stand with you, and Anointed Electricals, your generator experts. Government is hoping to conclude negotiations on debt restructuring with commercial creditors and Eurobond holders by the end of this month. Meanwhile, Governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Nes Addison, has been given reasons why the government has been silent about the proposed terms for creditors. Approximately 6 out of 10 Ghanaians are not saving for retirement. That's according to the 2023 Old Mutual Financial Services Monitor. This is significantly higher amongst informal sector workers, younger and lower income earners. And the Ghana National Petroleum Tanker Drivers Union has given a month ultimatum to the National Petroleum Authority to address its condition of service. The union says the NPA has delayed with the implementation of a review of its salary structure after a year of embarking on a strike. That's all for the Joy Business Minute, brought to you by Consolidated Bank Ghana. We stand with you, and Anointed Electricals, your generator experts.
Morning Show.
Wake up, good morning, good morning. Highly spiritual.
Thanks to Pius and the business team for bringing us the Joy Business Minute, and we're always so grateful to Consolidated Bank Ghana CBG. We stand with you, and Anointed Electricals, the generator experts. They make it possible for us to bring you the Joy Business Minute every weekday, 8 a.m. here on the Super Morning Show.
And Anointed Electrical Engineering Services is into the sales of ultra silent generators, okay? Ultra silent generators from 5 kVA to 2500 kVA, and they undertake maintenance and repairs of all kinds of diesel generators. They also stock genuine spare parts of all kinds for various generators, and also do generator rentals in East Legon. You can locate them on the Lagos Avenue Road opposite Tomrick Hotel, in Tema General Hospital Road, Community 9, just after the overhead, and at Odoko, where they have the head office, number 77 Anointed House off the Odoko Malam Road, Accra. And they have branches nationwide. Anointed, the generator experts. Call them on 0243 480 334.
We've just been talking about the National Sports Authority, the issues there, and there are many, a lot of things that I think that we haven't paid much attention to. We've just left it to sports reporters to be talking about this, and it hasn't been loud enough. I mean, we can't continue to see the rots happening at the NSA. We want you to join us with your thoughts as well. Does this upset you? 055-1111-997. Also post on X with the hashtag JoySMS. Social media messages brought to us by EcoBank, a better way, a better Africa, and Provident Insurance. With Provident, man, you are covered.
But Marv, you see, this actually upsets me so much, and I'll tell you why. This is a country, and I mean, we were saying it earlier. Our sports stadiums, CAF rejected all, except Kumasi. So the monies, and look, when we constructed these four, stadiums, they actually had a stadium. Some of them had hotel facilities. Are you aware that these stadiums have hotel facilities?
Oh yes, I heard about the Kumasi one, right?
Even the Sipa one has hotel facilities.
Oh really?
Yes, it does.
That's in use?
It is not in use.
Oh.
In fact, nothing is working. And to think that we can just say we're going to use the stadium for entertainment activities, and even then when they pay money, we underdeclare. What is wrong with us? We'll come back to this. But when people didn't know about vehicles, they considered walking as the best mode of transportation. However, with the introduction of cars and more sophisticated means of travel, humanity has leveled up, because who would say no to a better way of doing things? Nobody. That's why EcoBank is always giving its customers an even better way to bank. Banking with EcoBank means you're in for better ways of connecting to opportunities, better ways of doing business in Ghana and across Africa, better ways of paying bills and transacting. You also enjoy better rewards anytime you pay with your EcoBank Visa card online or point of sale terminal. So next time you want to top up fuel, dine with family and friends, shop virtually or in store, remember to pay with your EcoBank Visa card. You may just get cool gifts from EcoBank such as data bundles, Samsung tablets, school discounts, or gift vouchers for shopping. Don't miss out on these better rewards. If you don't have an EcoBank Visa card, get one today at any EcoBank branch and experience a better way of life. Terms and conditions apply. Call 0800 003 225 for details. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
Now, Provident Insurance welcomes you to a new year. Remember to insure your new car or renew your existing motor insurance policy from now till the 31st of March and get gifts such as fuel coupons and several other branded Provident souvenirs. Rush for your insurance cover now. Remember, terms and conditions apply. And with Provident, man, you're covered.
So let me tell you about Roverman Productions, which in partnership with the National Theatre and Joy FM presents a Valentine's Day special showing of Uncle Ibo White's amazing classic and Happy Wives, Confused Husbands. So on the 40th wedding anniversary of Mr. and Mrs. Efriye, their 3 adult children return home with various forms of palaver. Now, as the children struggle to come to terms with their marital problems against their parents' successful and long-lasting marriage, certain concerns are raised. Will the anniversary come off as planned, or will it go up in flames as the married children go at their spouses with bitterness and anger? And Happy Wives, Confused Husbands is a story on marriage and relationship told in a hilarious and unforgettable manner. And Happy Wives, Confused Husbands shows on Valentine's Day, 14th of February at 5 p.m. and 8 p.m. at the National Theatre. Rate is 200 Ghana cedis. That's for the single ticket, and 300 cedis for couples. Buy tickets only via short code *365 *535 hash on all networks. Join the fun in an amazing Valentine's night event at the National Theatre. Buy your tickets now. Sponsors Ebony Condoms, supported by La Palm Beach Hotel. Roverman Productions, be the difference.
Good morning to George Quaid. George says, are you crying about sports? Come to the creative sector. In fact, focus on just the National Theatre for a week and you'll cry. I pray one day morning shows focus on everything and not just politics. George, the issues are many. But of course, we have a duty, we have a responsibility. And this NSA issue, dear, we've got to resolve it. It can't be business as usual. We're talking about a few things, though, here on the Super Morning Show. This one is very worrying, the fact that 2/3 of Ghanaians earn 3,000 Ghana cedis or less. And that's why they are stressed financially. So we're asking, how are you coping, really? How are we coping? It's not how are you coping. How are we coping?
So this is the Old Mutual Financial Services Monitor. I come to that, but let me just make a correction. So when it comes to the hotel facilities, they're supposed to be part of the legacy projects as part of the construction of these stadiums. But unfortunately, we didn't build them.
Okay.
So they were supposed to have been part, but unfortunately, we didn't build them.
Right.
Nathaniel Ato just drew my attention to that. Thanks very much, Nat. Citizen Ato. Yes, Mama V, let's get back to, your point that 64% of Ghanaians are stressed. And let's do it this way. I just want to share something with you, Mama V, because, look, these persons are also stressed because of their, earnings. Okay? A lot of Ghanaians don't earn much. And that is our reality.
Mm-hmm.
So it is true that 64% say they are financially stressed. More so amongst low-income earners. That's those who earn below 3,000 Ghana cedis a month. Now, let me just share something with you. So, according to the research, we're told that for those who earn below 3,000, on the average, you're about 70% of them being stressed. Okay, so this is it. 72% of those who earn between 1,000 and 1,500 are financially stressed.
Of course you will be.
Those and 61% of those who earn 1,500 to 3,000 are stressed, also stressed. Those who earn 3,000 to 5,000, 55% of them says they feel overwhelming stress and high stress. And then, when it comes to those who earn 5,000 or more, 36% of them. So that's the situation.
And it's not surprising though, because if you're not earning much, how would you take care of insurance? And that's why the percentage of people who are not insured in terms of life insurance stands at 88%, almost 90%. It's a huge percentage of Ghanaians.
Yeah.
Well, listen, what do we do with these figures? What do we do with the statistics? What do we do with these outcomes? What's the way forward? How do we change these figures?
Look, 61% said they had to dip into savings to make ends meet. 24% had to borrow from friends and family. And 18% have fallen behind on any household bills. 12% have fallen behind on their savings. 12% had to borrow from their savings. And 11% had to actually left their savings clubs because there is no money. That is the reality.
What do you make of these? Where do you fall? 055-111-1997. Most importantly, how are you coping in these difficult times? Please post on X with the hashtag JoySMS. We also will be updating you on the changes in parliaments and how that will likely impact on the work of parliaments. That's all coming up here on the Super Morning Show. Big stories brought to you by Vodafone Further Together and Latest Form, your partner for life.
And looking for the best value data and voice offers? Look no further, as Vodafone has unbeatable deals made just for you. To enjoy these amazing Vodafone offers, just dial *530# and get on to any of Vodafone Made For Me bundles for as little as 1 Ghana cedi. Vodafone Made For Me has got just what you need, and this offer is especially made for you. Simply dial *530# or visit my Vodafone app to subscribe. Vodafone Further Together.
And get more value for your money with a Hollard Intosua motor promo. You get Intosua when you sign up to Hollard's motor insurance between now and April. Enjoy free fuel vouchers, free roadside assistance when your car breaks down, and amazing gifts too. With Hollard's quick motor insurance claims process, you've got the best insurance ever. Yatoso Bruta into contact your insurance broker or the nearest Hollard office. You can also call the toll-free number 0800-444-999 to sign up. Join the Pepple family. Hollard Insurance, we insure you and everything you love.
So Premium Motors Limited wants to make this February the most memorable one. Yes, buy a Renault Colliers and let us whisk you away to the enchanting city of Dubai with your partner within this month of love. This exclusive offer is valid only for the month of February, so do not miss out on the opportunity to make this Valentine unforgettable. Visit Premium Motors Limited today, test drive the Renault Colliers and make that decision, or call 0307-079977 or 0307-080010. Renault Colliers, where luxury meets intimacy. This vehicle is distributed by Premium Motors Limited. Terms and conditions apply.
It's 13 minutes after 8 on the Super Morning Show. We will be expanding everything that you've heard us talk about, and we would love to hear your views, your thoughts as well. 055-111-1997 is our WhatsApp number. Please get in touch. Let's get talking. Also post on X with the hashtag JoySMS. Reach us also on Facebook. Just look out for Joy FM. The Super Morning Show on Joy is on.
Keep this frequency clear. 99.7. It's the most action-packed breakfast show in town. The hottest music, the best giveaways, the great interviews, and all the laughter and fun you can imagine. Don't miss the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. It's the best breakfast show in town.
Breaking news. Vodafone Ghana is becoming Telecel. Stay tuned.
Dive into a new era of news consumption with myjoyonline.com, your go-to destination for cutting-edge journalism, giving you the most credible stories from business to politics and from sports to entertainment. Myjoyonline.com introduces an upgraded news website meticulously designed to empower you with an enriched browsing experience like never before. Experience the future of news browsing with myjoyonline.com.
Hey, Cashman. Yeah. Don't you know Nana has assembled all of us and you are here making calls?
My generator is spoiled too. So I'm calling a renowned Ghanaian company with an excellent track record in the sales and repairs of generator sets in Accra to come and repair for me.
Oh, is it Anointed Electricals?
Yeah.
Anointed Electricals deals in quality and genuine generators with high fuel efficiency. We also rent generators.
They sell quality generators from 10 kVA to 2500 kVA. They have spare parts of other generators and can repair every faulty generator set even if you didn't buy from them.
Look, now we don't have any electrical problem in Accra.
Oh, how?
Because Anointed Electricals is right here at East Legon, Lagos Avenue, opposite Tomric Hotel.
And that's why Nana is calling us.
Okay.
Yes. If you want to buy a brand new generator or repair the old one, visit Anointed Electricals. Or if you are within Accra, call our hotline 0246 423 534
or call 0243 480 334. They have qualified and dedicated men on 24-hour after sales service.
Then let's go and listen to Nana. Let's go.
Gosh, after giving you the hint, won't you give me anything?
Anointed, the generator experts.
A bank that supports you, a bank that cares for you. Hand in hand, we stand with you. So lift your head up, big dreams are waiting. We'll walk with you wherever you go. Where all your dreams come alive, CBG will make you smile. We will rise with you. Your business will flourish, your name will stand out. Consolidated Bank, CBG, we stand with
you. Coffee in your cup. Enjoy on this.
And Wobeti says we're supporting South Africa. I guess that's why we're going the way we're going with the music this morning. Wobeti
wants South Africa to win.
Of course.
I'll tell you one thing. Look, I'll tell you one thing.
Mm-hmm.
There are two teams in the world when it comes to football that I don't support. Nigeria and Brazil.
Oh, you don't support Nigeria?
No.
Why not?
I don't know. If I knew, I probably would explain it to you. When Nigeria plays against Brazil,
you don't know who.
I just sit down and watch the match. You know, I have never supported Nigeria.
Did
before.
any Nigerian take your girlfriend?
No.
Like the good journalist you are, going straight to the heart of the issue.
No. You know, so that's me. That's me.
Well,
in fact, when I think Nigeria played Argentina in the Olympics, when they won the Olympics,
2008,
they played Argentina, 96. Was it 96? The Nwako Kano group when they won the.
Oh, then that should be
yes,
90s.
Argentina. I was supporting Argentina. That's who I am. You see, it's normal. It's normal.
Yeah, but guys,
so today South Africa must win.
For your sake.
Yes, for my sake.
But the conversation that I was having with friends about the National Sports Authority, Winston, you were here. I was asking how upset, because if you look at all the infractions that we talked about, and we didn't even end the list. I mean, it just goes on and on and on and on and on. And people are commenting on WhatsApp and also on X. I just want to share some of the messages with you guys. This one says, whatever is going on at the NSA is symptomatic of the whole government setup. And I'm totally shocked and embarrassed to be a Ghanaian this morning. This is going on under the government. This is only one agency. Multiplying this across 10 institutions, I cringe within. And that's Seiram sending that message. Martin, who is at Rich in Accra, also says, Mamavi, this confirms the suspicion that the appointing authority is corrupt. Godwin in Kanda says, unless we fight and significantly defeat this multi-headed monster called corruption, we can never develop this nation. And here's another one from Kwesi, who is at Abuakwa in Kumasi, says, please, what the NSA boss is doing is nauseating. Look, the way this man is dissipating our resources and flouting our laws, and the president of Ghana is looking on. When the president mounts a public platform, he talks that citizens should be patriotic and sacrifice. Tell the president Ghanaians are fed up with the way he's managing the country. The sacrifice and patriotism must start from him, Akufo-Addo, and his appointees. And the messages keep coming. 0551111997. That's our WhatsApp number. Please add your voice to this, because it is one NSA director, Professor Peter Chumesi, who is overseeing all this rots at the National Sports Authority. And well, they say the problem is coming from the appointing authority, which is the presidency, because apparently the sports minister can't do anything about this. We're going to just remind you, because Fentio and Co have been talking about this issue for like forever.
Muftau is here. He's been doing a lot on it. He's
for
been
many
doing
years.
A lot
for many
years.
years.
You see, the write-up that I was reading from Mamavi, you would realize that a lot of the things are, discussions or interviews that Muftau has even had with Professor Chumesi. Muftau, it's good that you've joined us. So you know the issues in detail.
Yeah.
When it comes to the missing, pickup.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
When it comes to, payments that were not declared.
Yeah.
I mean, Liberia paying $10,000 to use the Accra Sports Stadium. You can't find it in any of their books. When it comes to, they getting clearance to employ 250 people. They interview less than 100 people, and then they even employ 45 people. Tell us about these things. What's happening at the National Sports Authority?
It's quite interesting, and sometimes I wonder if people are really paying attention to some of these government agencies, because I recall so well my conversation with Professor Peter Chumesi in September 2019 when the car got missing. He told me armed robbers attacked his driver and took away the car. Later, he said the car was parked at Owa's hotel, and thieves came and made away with the car. In fact, I still have his words of text here, where he said that robbers attacked the driver at the hotel and made away with the car. And then later he said, oh, the car was stolen. It was reported to the police. I spoke to his driver as well. The driver gave an interesting narration. So let me just recall what the driver said.
Sure.
So the driver said that when they went to, they were playing the President Cup then. So they went to Kumasi for the President Cup. There was a gentleman who was ill, and this gentleman was related to Professor Peter Chumesi, and the gentleman was at Comfort Notch Teaching Hospital. So they were supposed to go and see the gentleman at the hospital. So they went to the hospital to see the guy, and they came back to retire in their hotel. At about 2 a.m. per the driver, someone came and called him and said that they were supposed to go back to the hospital and see the gentleman because his situation was getting worse. It was when he came out of the hotel around 2 a.m. that he realized that the car was not there. The car had disappeared.
Who had the car keys?
The driver had the car keys. He had his key, but the car was not there. But when I spoke to Prof, he said armed robbers attacked the driver and took away the car. So I remember so well speaking to the police in Kumasi. They told me they were investigating. I followed the story for 5-6 months, and it appears nothing was coming. I know some of these things, sometimes you follow it, you get fed up. So you allow it to go. But people had stories surrounding why the car disappeared. Again, I asked Prof whether the car was insured. He said the car was insured. Which insurance company? He couldn't tell me. He was not able to tell me which insurance company insured the car, because if the car was insured, we should know the insurance company that insured the car. I remember when he appeared before the Public Accounts Committee, that was about a year or two ago. They asked me about the car. Was the car insured? He said yes. Which insurance company? He couldn't tell them the insurance company that insured the car. And one of the things that I also recall vividly around that time was the fact that vehicles that were meant for government agency were supposed to be registered with GV.
Yes.
Unfortunately, that car was never registered like that. In fact, I still have the car number and its details. It was an Arch pickup car here. So I don't know how far the police have gone with their investigations, because this is about 5 years old now.
Who registered the pickup?
The pickup, so the cars, there were 2 cars that were secured. They were secured by the then acting Deputy Director General, Majid Bawa. Because I remember one of the things I got around that time was the fact that there were no official cars for the leadership of the authority. So he was able to find these ways for them to bring the cars. So the cars came in at a time Prof 2 had come in. And when Prof was appointed the Director General, he was using one car and the other car was parked. Indeed, the Deputy Director General was not using it. So it was a car he was using that got stolen in Kumasi. And since then, they've not been able to recover the car.
I'm just wondering whether it was an official of the NSA who registered the vehicle but did not register it as a government vehicle.
That's an area that I think we should be asking the Deputy Director General of the NSA, Majid Bawa, because what I do remember was that he was the one who was able to get the cars.
Right. Okay.
And they were not registered GV. They were registered in just like in a private car.
Okay.
And that's how the cars got missing. I don't know if Majid is listening and he's willing to speak. I don't know if we can just get him on the phone and he might be able to.
Anyway,
tell some more.
back to the narration.
Okay, so The police were not able to tell me anything. That's what happened. We don't know the company that insured the car. We don't know if, and in fact, some staff of the National Sports Authority actually petitioned the OSP. I know the OSP was petitioned. I know Shraj was also petitioned. I know the Office of the President too was also petitioned. And some of these petitions actually contained a lot, ranging from charging employees to go for medical tests at 2 facilities, STC Clinic in Kumasi and in Accra, to pay 400 Ghana cedis each. I remember writing to the clinic and they told me they had a partnership with the NFA, so that's why they were engaged too. But one of the things I remember, the petition, I don't know if I can pull it, the petition is here, where this was a petition that was sent to UOCO. And a portion of it said that the NSA, an agency under the Ministry of Youth and Sports, recently had government intervention through a financial clearance from the Ministry of Finance to recruit 250 young Ghanaian men and women to augment its workforce. Without management approval, each applicant was directed by the Director General to only submit a medical report from STC Clinic, a facility located inside STC Yard, Accra, which charged each applicant 400 Ghana cedis. This is against the Public Services Statutes, which guarantees the freedom of successful job applicants to access any government-approved health facility across the country for medical examination.
Yeah.
This was a petition to UOCO. It was sent on 12th April 2022. They said, Madam, it is a concern of many that this matter is thoroughly investigated and necessary actions taken, not excluding an appropriate refund to the applicants if found to be exorbitant, among other concerns surrounding the recruitment service. And the other concerns they were talking about was the fact that you advertise on the National Daily that you are going to recruit people. They interviewed only 97 people.
How many were they supposed to recruit?
250.
Okay.
I remember about 1,003 or 1,000 plus applied. They were supposed to recruit 250. They interviewed only 97. And 45 were employed.
So what happened to the remaining 205 were supposed to be employed?
Okay, so the interesting thing was that there were claims that some people in certain offices were going to bring in their people. So Winston, bring one person. Fentu, bring one person. Kojo, bring one person. To come and occupy
the
some
remaining
of the
slots.
The remaining slots.
205 of them.
It would interest you to know. I don't know whether if some of the people would be happy if I mention. But it would interest you to know that even board members could not get their people employed. Board members of the National Sports Authority could not get their people employed. And they actually even had lots of reservations about the fact that, in fact, if I read the text message, they will know the person who sent me the text message, so I will not read the text message. She was sent a text message to pay 10,000 Ghana cedis for 2 of her brothers to be recruited.
10,000 Ghana cedis?
Yeah, for 2 of her brothers to be recruited.
That's 5,000?
Yes, for each.
Can you tell us who she claims sent her this text?
No. If it is a woman herself who sent the text. I can just pull up the text.
No, what I mean is she said she was asked to pay this amount.
Yes.
Right?
She was
by who?
She said she was asked by the Director General to make the payment.
Okay.
Yes. So she made that payment. They got their appointment letter. She refused to pay the rest of the money. She didn't pay the rest of the money. And Fentio will remember this vividly. I recall the one conversation that we had about this National Sports Authority where they gave a contract to one Mom and Sons to provide hampers. 500 Ghana cedis per each hamper. And they told the woman that, in fact, she's even now we talk often. They told the woman that they were going to pay her the money within the shortest possible time, so she shouldn't worry about a contract to be signed between the two parties because they were going to give her money. 5 months on, the money was not paid, so she started chasing her money. One day, she went to the office of the Director General, who said he should go to the accountant. She went to the accountant. In fact, the woman sent me all the stuff. I still have them here. She went to the accountant, and the accountant said they didn't have any contract with her to deliver any hampers. The company they had a contract with is Bobina Solutions. Bobina Solutions belongs to Efia Sribo, who was the secretary of Professor Peter Chumesi.
Wow.
The Director General. I called Efia. I called her on the phone and asked her. I told her this is the information I have. She got angry and said, if I want any clarity, I should go to the procurement officer and not her. And cut the call. So I got to the procurement officer. Emmanuel Chumesi claims that he's a cousin of Professor Chumesi. That I don't know sanctity. So I got in touch with Emmanuel. Emmanuel indeed confirmed that, yes, the authority had engaged Mom and Sons to provide them hampers. But they were trying to revise or renegotiate the price. So she was supposed to be paid 25,000 Ghana cedis. But the details at the accountant was 41,000 Ghana cedis. And a part payment of 15,000 Ghana cedis had already been made to Bobina Solutions. But even a penny was not paid to Mom and Sons, the company that actually provided the hampers.
So Bobina didn't actually provide hampers, but they got paid.
She didn't even sign in. She didn't she was not the person engaged to, or the company engaged to provide the stuff.
But she was paid for this.
Yeah, she took 15,000 part payment because they said they were going to pay 41,000 Ghana cedis for the 50 hampers to Bobina Solutions. So Bobina Solutions would also in turn pay Mom and Sons. So they tried to convince the woman that she should accept. So they will pay the money through Bobina Solutions. So she will also get her money. And the woman refused. She petitioned Yoko. The investigations were not flying to her satisfaction. So she decided to make it a police case. So a fierce rebel was picked up by the Legon police. The next day, Professor Peter Chumesi himself was picked up by the Legon police. That was where they had a gentleman agreement for the money to be paid. So the bigger question everyone was asking is,
even before you go on, emphasize the fact that while in office as Director General, Peter Chumesi was arrested. That's what Muftau is saying.
Yeah,
for fraud.
He was arrested.
To emphasize this.
In fact,
or alleged fraud.
I've already made a note of it because it's one of the things I want to bring up in the summary.
Oh, yes.
Please continue.
In fact, I remember people were asking, Mufta, how did he get pictures of President Chumesi writing his police statement and all that? Because it's not permitted and all that. Oh, but I had it. I got the pictures. In fact, we did the story, right? We did the story. So it's quite interesting. And sometimes, just sometimes, it's difficult. Some of these things are very difficult. How the regional office of the National Sports Authority moved from Accra to Tema is a different story on its own.
What is the story?
Ghana Gas is part of that story. And Ghana Gas was a company. The boss of Ghana Gas happened to be the boss of Ghana Hockey. Right. So they said they were going to renovate the Tema Sports Stadium. Like they will renovate some part of it. And some of the figures that were mentioned, Kojo, if you hear, you will scream.
So mentioned.
They were buying sofas for 250,000 and so far and care. So far. But they did. They moved the NSA office in Accra to Tema and put Ghana Hockey Federation at the hockey pitch at the Tudio Soko. More, the NSA is the agency that's supposed to handle these facilities and maintain these facilities. However, some of the things, because I do not have documents. Just want to speak to those I have documents to.
Yeah.
Some of the things, because I do not have documents to them and they were hearsay, I don't
So
want
leave
to touch
those
it.
behind.
Yes,
Leave those ones.
Yes.
I will just need to leave those ones. But Charlie,
Okay.
It's
So-
tough.
Listen, there's one other thing Muftau has left out in the conversation. A very important aspect of what happened. A very important aspect of what happened, especially at the Public Accounts Committee. And I want to remind Muftau to tell that story about why payments for the concerts that were held throughout the festive period were diverted to accounts in Kumasi instead of the central account that the NSA owns. So in other words, in December, the NSA closed the stadium to sporting activities in order to hold social activities. During that period, all the checks that the NFA received for that, they didn't take it to their central account, instead took it to Kumasi. And there's a reason for that.
Okay, so this is the reason. Since Professor Peter Chumesi became the Director General of the National Sports Authority, they've never paid withholding tax to the GRA. So they owe the GRA about 15.5 million Ghana cedis.
In withholding tax.
Withholding tax.
Which means this is tax they actually took, withheld, and didn't pay to the GRA.
Yeah. So, so the GRA secured a garniture order, wrote to the Bank of Ghana. Bank of Ghana also in turn wrote to the National Sports Authority to tell them that your account ABC has been garnished. We got a letter from the Ghana Revenue Authority. The NSA had only 109,000 Ghana cedis in that account. So all the monies they made in the month, because the order went to the NSA, if I remember correctly, somewhere 17th November 2023. So all the monies they made during the festive period, they had to divert the money to their Ashanti regional account.
Hold on a minute. And talking about monies made during the festive period, let's just bring you what transpired at the Public Accounts Committee. Okay, it's important we actually bring to you what happened at the Public Accounts Committee, because like we all do know, Professor Chumesi has been there, and Member of Parliament for Ningo Pram, he confronted him on whether or not the 70,000 cedis paid by Stone Boys Company to use the Accra Stadium was enough to repair the damages done. We'll bring you that whole thing, because Professor Chumesi says 70,000 was paid, and you would hear Stone Boys manager saying they paid, I think, 169,000 Ghana cedis.
Director General, I asked you a specific question. Last year when you came here, do you have pitch covers? You said yes. You know this, you know all of this technical stuff, yet you decided to suspend sporting activities without consulting your minister or your board to do a social activity, and then said it took 4 days to set up. Now, Bennington Group paid you 70,000 Ghana cedis. Is the 70,000 Ghana cedis enough to restore the damage that was done to the grass at the Accra Sports Stadium?
The usage of the sports stadium is a multi-purpose.
Post the event, I have now gotten the contract that the NSA signed with the Bennington Music Group. And I've gotten receipts of payment that the Bennington Music Group paid to the NSA for the fifth dimension. It wasn't 70,000. It was 169,000.
But what I can tell you clearly is that, yes, I was delegated by Stone to lead the charge in terms of doing the negotiations and payment of the stadium. And I can also tell you for the fact that, yes, we paid more than 70,000 for the stadium.
National Sports Authority, there's a lot of rot over there. Rot. Vodafone, Ghana, they owed you 18,900. And then CCMI, Pastor Aziz, they owed you 2,250. And you sat down for this regional head to write it off without permission.
And so you heard first Sam George, Member of Parliament for Ningo Pram, and then you also heard from Chief Styles, who's Stone Boys manager, and then Samuel Atamils, who's Vice Chairman of the committee. But I think we can now hear from the Chairman of the committee, that's James Kluche Aveji.
Honourable members, the Director General took instruction from the Minister to transfer Mr. Tieku. He wrote a letter to Mr. Tieku transferring him. He he made a heading, transfer to head office, intentionally put in the letter, the body of the letter, transfer to Eastern Region. He went behind that letter and spoke to Mr. Tieku not to honor the transfer. So that's a complete disrespect to the minister. Now, this committee, I think our position is that Mr. Tieku should move immediately to Eastern Region. And Director General, this committee is directing you to ensure that Mr. Tieku is moved to where you are transferring him. Do that immediately and report back to us.
Well, so that's the chairman of the Public Accounts Committee, James Kluche Aveji. Fentu, you give us the backstory to all of this, but stay with us. When we return after these messages, you tell us more about everything that we've heard in these sound bites. We'll be right back.
Cloudy today, brighter tomorrow. Activa.
You've worked hard to have that property, the house, the car. Insure it. Your business assets are valuable. You must insure them now with Activa Insurance.
For all your business and personal insurance needs, insure with Activa International Insurance. Sign up by dialing *713*313# or download the Activa Insurance app on Google Play and Apple Store. Activa International Insurance. Our clients, our passion.
2 delicious chicken pieces, large chips, and free 200 ml Coke. This is not just a meal, but KFC Streetwise 2. Wow, that's amazing. KFC Streetwise 2 is perfect for you at a cool 49 Ghana cedis. Enjoy a moment with us by sending hi to our WhatsApp number 0551 711 711 and follow the prompts to get yours. KFC is finger licking good.
Do you want to study in India? Thai Global is bringing directors of India's leading universities and colleges to facilitate your admission to pursue first degree, master's or PhD programs. 8th of February, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. at Kumasi, Lancaster Hotel, and in Accra, 9th of February 2024 at La Palm Royal Beach Hotel from 10 a.m. till 5 p.m. There will be lots of scholarship opportunities. Call 0532 546478 or 0200 565626.
Blessing, do you know of any good medical school I can take Kofi to?
Oh, Fifi, is that why you're looking all moody? Then I have some good news for you. The College of Medicine and Allied Sciences, COMAS, Accra, Ghana, is a degree-awarding institution, and they offer Bachelor of Medicine and Bachelor of Surgery using the Graduate Entry Medical Programs, Bachelor of Diagnostic Imaging, and BSc Health Information Management. All these programs are accredited by GTEC. Their bilingual curriculum prepares you to consult in French.
But I'm worried about admissions.
Admissions are ongoing. Contact us on Facebook or on Instagram at info.comas or call us on 0208-456-556 or send them an email info@comas.edu.gh. COMAS, the citadel of a holistic professional medical education.
You no longer need to travel far to access your funds, send from abroad, or conduct local transfers. With a network of 147 rural and community banks, RCBs, and more than 800 locations across the country, ARB Apex Bank and the RCBs boast of the largest bank branch network in the country for all money transfer services.
Whether you are receiving funds from abroad or conducting local transfers, ARB Apex Bank and rural and community banks provide you with the convenience through various trusted money transfer services such as Western Union, Ria Money, Unity Link, Apex Link, and Ghana Pay. Visit us today to access a wide range of banking and money transfer services. ARB Apex Bank and rural community banks, together for progress.
It's the season of love. This Valentine, Roverman Productions in partnership with the National Theatre and Joy FM presents an Uncle White classic, Unhappy Wives, Confused Husbands.
It is not every time I snuggle up to you that I want to have sex. Sometimes I just want you to hold me. But as for you, anytime my body touches yours, pew!
Lovey, let's go to church. Lovey, let's go to the market. It is not me. It is my Kojo Benson. He understands nothing apart from action.
Shows on the 14th of February at the National Theatre. Time 5 p.m. first show, 8 p.m. second show. Buy your tickets via short code *365*535#. Rate 300 CDs for couples and 200 CDs for singles. Sponsor Ebony Condoms and proudly supported by La Palm Beach Hotel. Roverman Productions. Be the difference.
What's so tasty, creamy, crunchy, makes you happy when it's near? Munchie, munchie, oh munchie, shortcake biscuits.
Enjoy the unbeatable taste of Munchie Milk Shortcake Biscuits, serving you original milky richness for 20 years. Munchie, a rich ankasa. This advert is FDA approved.
Propriety, alleged against the leadership of this authority, particularly Professor Chumesi, who since 2019 has been heading the place, from missing pickups to recruitment scams to procurement fraud. All manner of and insubordination, all manner of accusations are being leveled against Professor Chumesi, and so far his responses, or lack of them, to the committee are quite remarkable. We're learning all the stories behind the stories from Muftau Nabil and of course our very own Abiba. Fentuo Tahiru. Fentuo. We're learning more in a moment. But keep your tweets and your messages coming through. We're going to read a bunch of them in just a moment. Text messages on the Super Morning Show are brought to you by GCB Bank PLC. GCB Personal Loan. Make that big move and dream a reality.
And let me tell you about Safari Valley Eco Park, which has introduced a safari wildlife experience by creating an environment that fosters the harmonious cohabitation of forest, water, humans, and wildlife such as zebra, sable antelope, llama, wallaby, fallow deer, Patagonian mara, and many others, where everyone can come and experience these majestic creatures at a starting price of 250 Ghana cedis, and it's free for children up to 6 years. It's only an hour's drive from Accra. It opens from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. each day. Visit Safari Valley Eco Park with your friends and family today for the thrill of a lifetime. For more information, visit safarivalleyresort.com. Check out Safari Valley on Instagram or call 0596 914394.
All right, let's get to it. And shall we do the messages?
Yeah, before Kojo, you come in, let me tell you about this. We all have those days when you are low on everything, energy, time, cash, and even airtime and data. Well, that's why MTN Extra Time is an airtime and data advanced service that allows you to make calls or browse the internet when you have an insufficient balance. All you have to do is dial *506#. God knows how long I've used this. Go through the prompts and select the amount of airtime or data you need. It's more than simple. Doing your favorite things on MTN means you don't get interrupted even when you're low on airtime or data. Please remember, all T's and C's apply.
All right. Let's look at a few of these messages that have been coming through. You've been posting on X. And you have a few, Winston?
Yes, what Kofi Bentum says, if proven to be true, then we apply the corruption laws in the country. As simple as that. And Atapia Kobna says he should be investigated. And if he falls foul, must be made to face the full rigors of the law. At Bon_Sue says he's not the only one. The entire staff under his administration must be investigated. The only country where people confidently steal are buying Sika red-handed, and so you bet committee, they are tea, ni brodo, and nothing happens at the end.
Proper bass.
I see. So the only country where people steal are buying Sika red-handed, and so you bet committee, they are tea, ni brodo, and nothing happens at the end anyway. This one's from Tony Nkoforidia says, I feel like throwing out listening to the rot this man has engaged in. He needs to be arrested and imprisoned if found guilty, and his assets confiscated. What a country. At Don Hosty says he should be sacked. Apparently, he has a track record of these scandalous acts. And at Mike Legend says nothing will be done to him. This is Ghana in any proper jurisdiction. He'll be picked out right from the committee. Charlie, leave us alone. And Mayor of Owerri says, in fact, nothing will be done. Our leaders need to be swearing by the sword in Nogokbo. Julius Ntema says, as for Ghana, our problems boil down to poor leadership, corruption, ignorance, and apathy of the general populace. Our leaders will continue to act with impunity as laws are not enforced. Fentio, you want to give us the back story to all of this?
And if, just before Fentio comes in, one of the state institutions that was also petitioned was, is it state interest sometimes? They call them SIGA.
SIGA, yes, state interest.
Yeah, they were also petitioned.
Yes.
They were also petitioned. Yeah.
Well, so apart from all the other issues and the allegations of corruption and fraud and all these things that happening at the NSA, there's also the glaring issue of complete disregard for authority and the undermining of his boss. So the Director General, Peter Chimesi, has been fingered in such acts that continuously he disregards directives from the Minister of Youth and Sports, who is supposed to be his boss, because the NSA is an agency under the Ministry of Youth and Sports, which is supervised by the sector minister, Mr. Mustafa Yusuf. And one such incident came to light at the Public Accounts Committee, where the Central Regional Director of Sport, or the NSA's director in the Central Region, Mr. Alexander Tieku, was suspended or ordered to be suspended by the sports minister. So the story goes that the sports minister had asked someone from Right to Dream Academy to go to the Cape Coast Sports Stadium to help with the restoration of the pitch, because he had made a trip to the Right to Dream Academy and saw how good their pitches were, and then he saw the gentleman that was in charge of them and thought he could help. So he asked him, and at that time they needed to restore the Cape Coast Sports Stadium pitch to be used for football. So he asked him to go to the Central Region and help out. Now, according to the Tiekuman, nobody told him that someone was coming. And so when the gentleman got there, he was denied access. So minister sent someone, he went there, and the Central Regional Director sacked him and told him not to come there. But so the gentleman called the minister, and the minister then called the Director General to inform him that this is what had happened and that the gentleman was sent there on his authority. But nobody knows the conversation that went on between the Director General and his Central Regional Director. But bottom line, the gentleman was asked to go back to Accra and he was denied access, despite the minister belatedly intervening and informing them that the gentleman was there on his authority. So obviously that upset the minister, because even if he didn't pre-inform, at least he had the time to now inform you about what was happening. So he convened a meeting, called the Director General into the meeting. Chief Director was there as well, and he put on the table what exactly transpired. And he said the gentleman in the Central Region disrespected him and ordered for him to be transferred after all disciplinary proceedings were done. Now, the transfer letter was written by the NSA boss, Professor Peter Chimesi, transferring this gentleman from Central Region to the Eastern Region. But apparently, the content of the letter also differs from the headline in the letter. The headline said transfer to head office. The content said you are being transferred to the Eastern Region. So when the Tiekuman came to the committee, he told the committee that the letter was confusing, so he didn't know where to go. Now, but it was uncovered upon further questioning then that the gentleman was asked to stay put by the Director General, who had written the conflicting letter transferring him to two places at the same time. So the DG wrote the letter transferring the gentleman, then called the gentleman, Mr. Tieku, and told him You see the letter I've written. Don't mind the letter. Stay there. Stay in the central region. Don't go anywhere.
Wow.
So the gentleman stayed put and didn't go anywhere. So at the committee, he was confronted, and the vice chairman actually said that, not the vice chairman, actually one of the committee members actually said, Honorable Dafiamapo, said that what he has done means that he has not been at post for the past 1 year because officially you had been transferred.
Exactly.
And then he said, oh, yes, it's true, but I only stayed put after conversations with my DG. And he said, were you hired upon conversations with your DG or were you hired with a letter?
Yeah.
So why would the same letter transferring you? So officially, you're not even supposed to be in Cape Coast. And he asked him, so who has been validating your salary? He says he's Central Regional Director now. So he validates his own salary.
My goodness.
So in other words, he really should not have been there. So the committee came to a conclusion that the Director General completely disrespected the minister by writing the letter and then telling the gentleman by word of mouth not to honor the contents of the letter. So the committee recommended right there and then on Monday that the gentleman be made to immediately deploy to the eastern region.
I have
let me just back what Fentio had just said, something small. So there was a board meeting at Aqua Safari, right? You remember that story so well, yeah. And around that time, Prof. Chinedu had closed the Accra Sports Stadium to sporting activities for other social concerns.
When was this?
Oh, this was in 2022, if my memory serves me right.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. So it's 2021. The board had just been constituted. They had a retreat in Aqua Safari, and he closed the stadium. The board said, we are hearing media reports that you've closed the stadium. He said, no, the media reports are false. The meeting was on a Saturday. The following Monday, a bank came and mounted their stage for their events. So the minister said, you told us the stadium has not been rented out to anyone. Why are these people setting up? Go and tell them to take away their stuff. He couldn't go and tell the people to stop. So you look at your board members straight in the face and tell them something different. And in fact, this very committee, he appeared before the committee about a year ago and told them that he has pitch covers. Where are the pitch covers? No one can tell where the pitch covers are. And I recall this one very well. It was Isaac Esiama who had asked the National Sports Authority to buy pitch covers so that when they rent out the facility, they cover the grasses so that the event will not destroy the grasses. It was one of the brilliant things Isaac Esiama gave to this gentleman. Unfortunately, it was never done. And as we speak, they do not have the pitch covers. One of the things he uses to cover himself is the fact that even both NDC and NPP come and rent the facility and they use it.
What's that got to do with the grass being
That's
destroyed?
the point.
Okay, so this is what I am surmising from this wealth of shocking information that the two of you have shared. In 2019, Professor Chumesi was made Director General of the NSA.
Yes.
Since he's been in office, a vehicle has disappeared.
Yes.
There has been a recruitment scam. There have been procurement scams.
Yeah.
There have been financial irregularities with money being paid into wrong accounts and all that. There's been tax evasion.
Yeah.
There has been, in fact, under reporting, under declaration of payments, there has been mismanagement of sports facilities. He has been arrested.
Yeah.
He has been reported to the special prosecutor, Shraj Iyoko.
Yes. Office of the President.
Office of the President.
Facing 3 lawsuits.
Ghana Police. There are 3 lawsuits against him. And he is still Director General of the National Sports Authority. Why?
Meanwhile.
Who are they afraid of him?
I don't think they are afraid of him. I think it's just a political will.
Where is he getting this immunity from?
Maybe
that's what I was about to say. That
I don't know if Fentio want to put that on record. I don't know.
Meanwhile, his predecessor was suspended and never came back into office
After the
following
Commonwealth.
Australia Commonwealth visa scandal.
Yeah.
That's the one he replaced. That one incident was enough to get Mr. Robert Safo Mensah out of office.
Yeah.
That was it.
And this guy has superintended over all of these accusations, all of these.
They are facts, petitions,
scandals.
So if you don't have the fact, how do you petition the OSP? How do you petition Scratch? How do you petition the office of the president?
But the OSP too, what has it been doing? What has Ioko been doing? What has Shraj been doing? Are they all afraid of him too? What has the police been? No. The level of absurdity here is phenomenal. In fact, Park itself.
Yeah.
This guy appeared before you last year.
Yeah.
And lied.
Couldn't explain himself. And he's back this year.
Yeah.
He is still DG. Coming to face the same, and you are asking him the same questions, revealing the same problems. So it's like no institution can check this guy.
Maybe he has a very powerful God.
He is still no. I mean, maybe there's no leader in this country. Who appointed him?
Even his appointment was also very controversial, Kojo. First, the letter was signed by the secretary to the president. Second, it was signed by chief of staff. They kept changing the heading, the body. It was nyama like that. Even his appointment was nyama.
Now, Kojo, one of the other things that we didn't mention here is the fact that while this is happening at the head office, the roads that he's also supervising at the various regional offices, it's unprecedented. There is the example of the Northern Regional Director of Sports, the NSA Director in the Northern region. Her name is Salamatu Al Hassan.
Oh, okay.
And what's her story?
The name resonates. So I first reported this somewhere 2018 when I was with
Mustafa, before you
former
go
employer.
on, this woman's arrest was ordered by PAC on Monday. She's still not been arrested, and that's the point you're making. During the sitting on Monday, the PAC said the police should pick her up.
And she's still
and
walking
as
around.
we speak, today is Wednesday. So now when Muftau goes into the background of the scandal she has been involved in, now you understand why the police haven't touched her yet. If they didn't touch her then, it's not going to be now.
Muftau.
So, Kojo, in 2018, this was somewhere August, I got information that about 68,000 Ghana cedis, or even more, had been paid to this woman and it never went into the NSA account in the region. She had also allegedly taken money from some local Hajj in her personal account. I remember so well when I was following up this story. It was around October thereabout that the Auditor General actually confirmed this. And let me read a portion of what the Auditor General said then. They said, in carrying out a review of your work as a regional director of the authority in Tamale from January to October 2018, it has come to our notice that you have collected revenue totaling 68,382 Ghana cedis, but failed to pay the said amount into the authority's account in clear violation of Section 18 of the Financial Administration Regulation of 2003. The letter, it went on to say that the regional director, as a matter of urgency, should also refund 10,000 Ghana cedis paid into her personal account by the local Hajj committee to the authority's account without delay. He said, you are by this letter instructed to refund the money into the official account with immediate effect and submit the bank payslip to the head office for verification within 2 weeks. This same woman, 6 years on, is still the regional director for the National Sports Authority in Tamale. This same woman, per the Public Accounts Committee chairman, James Klucha-Aveji, has allegedly embezzled over 160,000 Ghana cedis. 6 years ago, I reported this. 6 years on, the money has now doubled or even tripled.
Did she even pay back the original amount?
I don't know.
After all these letters?
I don't know. I've been trying to reach her for a while now without success. So I really don't know whether if she actually returned the other money. So
What manner of joke is this?
Yeah.
So who is there any authority in this government?
I think the
how can you
authority.
How can you appoint someone and have no authority over them?
And
you know what?
On top of that, even just last year, around April 2023, the Aliyu Muhammad Stadium was disconnected from the national grid over a 466,000 Ghana cedi debt. That woman is the one that supervises that facility.
She's not been paying her light bills too.
No, 466,000 is how much the Aliyu Muhammad Stadium owes ECG in electricity bills. And yet, there you go, PAC says she has embezzled funds to the tune of over 100,000 Ghana cedis. She's been asked to be arrested. She's still walking about freely.
Listen, let's take some messages. When we come back, we'll open the phone lines. Now, this one, if you leave it to us, today is the day that...
Someone said Ghana cannot stress me.
We'll be back after this.
Hello. We've all been there doing something dangerous to our teeth and suffering the consequences. Now, in that moment, you wish you hadn't, right? It's another episode of Time with the Dentist. I'm your dentist, Dr. Gwendolyn Amakwe Baiche, and this program is sponsored by Pepsodent in partnership with Ghana Dental Association. Today, let's talk about a few of the things that we do to our teeth and subject our mouth to that are harmful. Some of these habits have been with us for so long that they have become a part of us. But there's no habit that you cannot break if you put your mind to it. The first is smoking. Smoking cigarette. Many of you, I'm sure, are aware of the harmful effect smoking cigarettes can have on the general health. But what you also need to know is that smoking is one of the most destructive habits for your oral health. It is one of the major causes of bad breath and teeth discoloration due to the tar and nicotine present in it, and also the increased buildup of tartar and plaque that it causes. Other effects on your oral health include gum disease, which progresses faster in smokers compared to non-smokers, and we all know by now that gum disease can lead to tooth loss. Nicotine in cigarettes reduces the flow of blood to tissues of the mouth, and good blood flow is needed for healing following surgical procedures, like when you have your tooth taken out. So in effect, smoking can delay healing in the mouth. There can also be loss of density of the jawbone, inflammation of the salivary glands, which will lead to decrease in salivation. And very soon we will learn the importance of saliva to our oral health. Lastly, smokers are more at risk of developing oral cancer. To those of us who smoke, it certainly can't be an easy habit to quit. But with the necessary help, you can. Don't wait until it's too late. The second poor habit is the use of our teeth as tools. Whether opening bottles with our teeth, ripping packages, cutting fabrics, or holding objects with our teeth, you are putting yourself at risk of cracking, chipping your teeth, or even injuring your gums. Especially to our tailors and dressmakers, fisher folks, carpenters, who tend to use the teeth as tools at work. Let's do well to put a stop to the habit. Our dear mechanics who use their mouth to siphon fuel from car tanks using rubber tube. You're exposing your mouth, including your teeth, to very toxic substance, which can erode the tooth surface. Accidentally swallowing or aspirating the substance can also be very harmful to other parts of your body. The last poor habit I would like to talk about is brushing your teeth too hard, and especially with a hard bristled toothbrush. While we encourage you to brush your teeth often, please use a soft to medium bristled toothbrush, like the Pepsodent toothbrushes. These are gentle on your teeth and gums and are also able to clean hard to reach areas of the mouth. Let's stop brushing aggressively. This list is not exhaustive. There are others, like crushing ice with the teeth, biting your nails, and grinding the teeth. tooth discoloration is when the perceived color of the tooth looks deviated from normal. And what is normal? So the teeth typically are very white in very young children, off-white in adults, and whitish yellow as you age. When you use your teeth as openers, you can crack or chip your tooth. This can affect your smile. Your teeth will look unesthetic, it could feel sensitive, and depending on how bad the chip is, you could even feel pain and eventually lose your tooth. Bad habits are not easy to break, but can be broken. Let's put in every effort to stop these poor oral habits. Remember to always brush your teeth twice daily with a fluoride toothpaste like Pepsodent. And visit the dentist regularly. Your teeth will thank you. This campaign is proudly brought to you by Pepsodent in partnership with Ghana Dental Association.
Coffee in your cup and joy on the set. The Super Morning Show is always the best bet on Joy 99.7 FM.
You're welcome back. It's 9:29 on the Super Morning Show, and we, I mean, honestly, look, we talk about things on this show that surprise us, but this one beggars belief. The catalog of mishaps that seem to characterize the tenure of Professor Chumesi at the National Sports Authority. I mean, there is no explaining it. But you know what? It's not our opinion that matters. It's yours. So in a moment, we'll hear from you when we open the phone lines. But first, look, go to kingdomstoreonline.com. Check out the great stuff they've got on offer. Quality office essentials, equipment and furniture, as well as great stationery as well. You can order any of this stuff to be delivered to your home or office. If you're in Accra or Tema, you get free delivery. You can pay via Momo for all of your orders. Terms and conditions certainly apply. At Kingdom, quality and affordability are their hallmarks.
And at ABSA, we believe that you and your vehicle deserve to be rewarded. So get more for your protection with a motor insurance policy from ABSA, underwritten by Hollard Insurance. Our comprehensive third-party or third-party fire and theft motor insurance policies not only ensure that your vehicle stays protected, but you also get rewarded with fuel vouchers from now to the 31st of March 2024. That's not all. You also enjoy free roadside assistance, have the option for a car hire, post-vehicle repair inspection, and more when you sign up for our comprehensive cover. The qualifying minimum premium to be rewarded is 482 Ghana cedis. Discover how to get things done at absa.com.gh or the nearest ABSA branch. Terms and conditions apply.
Me, Mom, I don't understand. But maybe you do. Call us 0302 216 541 or 055 1111 997. After missing trucks, after recruitment scams, after tax evasion, after under-reporting income, after mismanaging facilities, after an arrest, an actual arrest for fraud. After all this, Professor Chumesi remains Director General of the National Sports Authority. Please, if you understand, help us. Benjamin is in Adenta. Hi, Benjamin. It's been a while. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Kojo. How are you?
Not bad at all. Thanks for calling.
Yeah, and good to hear from you. These days, you guys don't open the phone lines. You talk. So you don't give us opportunity.
Well, today we can hear from you.
Yeah, but you guys should be giving us opportunity to talk.
Sure.
Yeah, it's a good thing that we're discussing today, departing from your previous discussions, because we don't hear of you talking about national issues as you used to do back in the days. But it's good you guys are back on track. Lots of corruption in this republic. And I have been advocating that the Special Prosecutor's Office should be scrapped. Because you guys have this. Auditor General has this information. With all the resources, they claim they don't have money. All the resources, all the investigators, all the lawyers that they have, and the amount of money they pay to those people, still they are unable to understand this, to get this. Auditor General has this. Don't they have the report? Don't they read the report? Should we go and report this to the special prosecutor? He has now become an office that is what I call a referral office, referring issues to Iyoko when he could have dealt with them. And he always engages in theatricals. I think we should do a whole program on the special prosecutor's office. I don't know if you guys are scared of him or what, or he's your friend. I don't understand. Because that office is just wasting our money. So far, after 2 years of being in office, nothing is done. Martin Amidu resigned. Yes, he didn't want, because he knew very well there's nothing that can be done. He resigned. That office should be scrapped. Otherwise, look at the quantum, the amount of money that an individual has embezzled, and this guy is a professor taking double salary, okay? Until KNUST stood up and said no. So all of this information, the Iyoko doesn't have it. Special Prosecutor Office doesn't have it. And even he transferred this Gadaper's issue to Iyoko. Journalists, why are we not hearing from you, Kojo? This is a question to you. What happened? What happened to the money after defreezing the account? Is Iyoko following up on that? If all of these things are happening, then people like Professor Chumesi will say, oh, okay, fine. I mean, there are no laws. We live in a jungle. Therefore, you shouldn't be surprised with this. Thank you.
Thank you, Benjamin. And maybe you should listen to us a bit more, because all the things you're talking about, we deal with them here on this show and on this station. Isaac is in Legon. I'll ask for each of you to, limit your remarks to about 30 seconds if you can, so we can take as many calls as possible. Hi, Isaac. Good morning.
No problem.
Long time.
How's everything? To my neighbor, the ancestor.
Aha.
Good morning,
In fact,
James.
I can tell you that this is just a tip of the iceberg. If you investigate most government agencies, you will see that this is nothing, 11 KY. I tell you, people are taking our money like you are fetching water from the public tap. You see, because our politicians are corrupt, now the public servants are also doing it without thinking. That is why Ghana is suffering, and especially our sports is suffering. We need to do something. All these people have to be jailed. How can a whole professor? At least you have learned. I mean, Jesus Christ.
Thank you, Isaac. Let's go to North Legon. Hi, Felix. Hello, Felix. Do we have Felix on the line from North Legon? I think we may have lost Felix. What about Dominic? Hello, Dominic.
Hello, Kojo.
Aha, my brother.
Kojo,
how are you?
I am beyond shocked. Kojo, are you sure Ghana is a real? Is Ghana real, or it's a simulation? It's some sort of video game that we are playing called Ghana. Because Kojo, you see, the children or the teenagers, they have a game called Grand Theft Auto, okay, that they play.
Yes.
When you are in this game and you have such charges against you, okay, you will be on something that they call 5-star. And the whole army in the game will be looking for you. The whole army of that simulated world will be looking for you. How can you have all these charges against you and you will be occupying this position? And we have a president in this country who's watching you. Hey! This is why I'm shocked though. Is Ghana real? Is Ghana real? Because I'm not even joking. Like, is it a real country? I am beyond shocked. I can't be. I'm not sure this country is real. We are in some simulation or something. Because Kojo, this is not possible.
Dominic, maybe we are in the Matrix. Ken is in Achimota. Hi, Ken. Good morning.
Hi. Good morning, Kojo. Hi. Good morning to your panelists in the studio.
Yes.
Kojo, you see the reason why I always say it's annoying to pay taxes in this country. And then it is also annoying to pay this 15% levy or whatever it is on ECG. I mean, this country, seriously, I just don't know. Like you rightly said earlier on, is there a leader in this country No, I'm asking. Somebody should tell me something. Is there a leader in this country? Or do we have a president in this country?
Well,
Good day.
Thank you. Thank you for calling us. Maybe we have time for one more call. It's Bishop from Asante Mampong. Hi, Bishop.
Hi, Kojo. How are you?
Not bad, my brother.
Kojo.
Yes, sir.
AFRC came trying to stop this within the military. It didn't work. PNDC came trying to extend it to civilian population. They did about 19 years or so before the constitutional government came. And we thought people would have learned their lessons. These things are still happening. Do we want Jesus Christ to come and tell us that these things are not good? When we are talking about one thing of corruption, one case of corruption, alleged corruption, let me put it that way, and that one is trying to die down, then another will come, Kojo, I think if we work hard and all try to minimize corruption, I'm using the word minimize corruption, I think we don't need to go to IMF. The leakages are too much, too corruption. And we have to work at it. Ghana has to stand up, and Ghana has to work again. We shouldn't do so. We should think that something can be done to correct these issues. Thank you.
Thank you, Bishop. Thanks to all of you who called. Ken, Dominic, Felix, Isaac, and Benjamin. I mean, this thing there, honestly, I feel as if I should be prevented from speaking on this one. Because
so let's go for some messages from our partners. When we return, we're joined by our friends from the Spelling Bee competition.
Amafwe! Yeah! Media sambisanda mo. Eti amratia no. Mumu hwan pa na tumi hwe na mo podompe mo mana yakono. Eye kwabna. Na mumu hwan so na tumi tasmale memma ye nyina de. Eye kojo. Enu kro. Kobre tumi hwe na podompe mo sense o yusu accident eba. Aye den aban ne do braye. Wo si eti na mo ban na sem mana ho de ne. Sa! Ani na kudwo so yusu accident chako. Na enu ne de e ma wo se wo ye krejen fita. Na watimi asiri your man feel you. Hey, Kojo, sir. Yeah. Pepsodent Heba and a Pepsodent Charcoal. I've heard ye. You're gonna natural.
FDIJ Trading Katuyatu.
GoTV is stepping up your entertainment from the 15th of January at no extra cost to you. If you are on GoTV Value, upgrade to GoTV Plus to watch GoTV Max. Already on GoTV Plus, upgrade to GoTV Max to enjoy GoTV Super. And if you are on GoTV Max, upgrade to GoTV Super to enjoy the best of the best on GoTV Super Plus. Don't wait. Step up your entertainment today. It's on us. GoTV. Love it. T's and C's apply.
This Valentine's Day, take the love road as the king of hearts, Kwabna, and the queen of love and soul, Becca, rock it live in a never-before-stage experience collabo. It's the Vitamilk Love Night. The most romantic night of the year is here, and you must be there. Get a ticket now at a cool 300 Ghana Cedis single or 500 Ghana Cedis double at kbkblive.com or dial *714*700#. Need an exclusive experience? Call 0243-528-412 or 0247-297-409 for table reservations for VIP or for VVIP. It's Kwabna and Becca live at the Vitamilk Love Night with superstar appearances by your favorite acts. Supported by Joy FM, produced by Image Bureau, and proudly brought to you by Vitamilk.
What's so tasty, creamy, crunchy, makes you happy when it's near. Munchie, munchie, oh munchie, shortcake biscuit.
Enjoy the unbeatable taste of Munchie Milk Chocolate Biscuits, serving you original milky richness for 20 years. Munchie, a rich ankasa. This advert is FDA approved.
National Health Insurance.
Great news! The National Health Insurance Scheme (NHIS) has waived the waiting period for all members aged 70 years and above. All 70 years and above are also exempted from paying a premium. Enrollment and renewal are absolutely free on the NHIS. Members who are 70 years and above can automatically access healthcare when they newly register with the NHIS or renew their membership annually. You are no longer required to serve the 1-month waiting period for late renewals. Dad, mom, grandpa, and grandma, let your old age be filled with good health and access instant healthcare at zero cost on the NHIS today. Download the My NHIS mobile app to register with your Ghana card or visit the nearest NHIS office. Terms and conditions apply. For details, contact the NHIS call center on 054 444 6447 or 0302 746 447. NHIS, your access to quality healthcare. This message is brought to you by the United States Agency for International Development, USAID.
It's the most action-packed breakfast show in town. The hottest music, the best giveaways, the great interviews, and all the laughter and fun you can imagine. Don't miss the Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. It's the best breakfast show in town.
Welcome back. It's the Super Morning Show on Joy. And, we've been following with rapt attention the Spelling Bee. The national finals happened over the weekend. We have our winners, and it was quite an amazing contest, actually. There were 99 finalists, including 10 deaf students, all vying for the coveted title of champion. And today, we have a conversation with the winners, but of course, they are here. They are not here alone. We have one of the pronouncers and 2010 champion of the Spelling Bee, Dr. Darren Saki. Also joining us are Giovanni Ajay of Christ the King School. He, of course, is the first boy to emerge champion in 5 years. Congratulations to you, young Darren.
Thank you.
Now, Darren is here with one of the runners-up, Nadum Dakwasare of DPS International. And we're joined via Zoom by Abna Kwafo of KNUST Basic. She, of course, is the other runner-up. Welcome to you both, Nadum and Abna.
Thanks for having me.
It's a pleasure to have you.
Thank you very much.
Wonderful. Okay, I'll start with you, Giovanni. How does it feel to be the first boy to win the Spelling Bee in 5 years?
Okay, so I'd like to give thanks to God who gave me the grace to win the competition. Horses are indeed prepared for battles, but victory comes from the Lord. I must say that I'm very excited to be the first male to win in 5 years because a lot of effort has been put into this exercise, and I had to take some days off from school, and I had sleepless nights, and it really paid off.
Wow, it certainly did. Congratulations once more.
Thank you.
Now, let me ask Nadum and Abna. I mean, tell us what your strategies were, especially for how exceptionally well you performed. How did you prepare leading up to this event?
Well, I've been in the bee for 5 years now, and I've won twice, and I feel like every year I come, it's a pleasure to be here, obviously, and I learn something new all the time.
What about you, Abna?
Well, my strategy for learning was that I would learn from at least 300 to 500 words a day. Then I would learn from 100 to 300 words each day.
Wow. Wow, that certainly paid off, didn't it?
Yes, it did.
Yeah. All right, now, Giovanni, it can't have been easy. Tell us some of the challenges you faced, during this competition and how you overcame them.
Okay, so some of the challenges I faced during my studies is about German origin and how the T sound can be spelled, which are with D, T, and TT, in words like Gesundheit, Gesamtkunstwerk and Zeitgeber. And so I had to use Merriam-Webster to look for more words, and I studied them.
Wow, Gesundheit. Did that ever come up?
No.
Thank goodness, right? I don't know what I would have done faced with that. Okay, tell me, Nadum and Abna, what strategies did you use to break down difficult words during the competition?
Well, I mostly used roots to break down some words, using prefixes, suffixes, and others. So, a word that I can use as an example was my winning word in 2022, Bati pelagic. It comes from Bati, which means deep, and pelagic relates to the open sea.
Right. Oh, I see. What about you, Abna?
I would use roots to break down the words. A perfect example would be karyogamy, which has the Greek roots karyo, meaning cell of a nucleus, and gamy, meaning marriage. Right. So the meaning of karyogamy is a fusion of cell nuclei.
Wow. A lot of thinking and consideration goes into this, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. All right. Giovanni, what was your winning word? And tell us what it means, and maybe you can spell it out for us.
Okay, so my winning word was giho, and it means a large Philippine timber tree of the family Dipterocarpaceae, known for its hard wood and striking nature, and it's spelled Guijo.
Pronounce it again.
Giho.
Guijo.
And it's of Spanish origin.
I wouldn't have won the spelling bee. All right, listen, let's also hear from one of the officials of the spelling bee. Thankfully, you didn't come alone. And we see that you are here with Salome Jakpasu. She's programs manager for the spelling bee. Nice to see you, Salome. Thanks for coming.
Nice to see you. Thank you for having me.
So why don't you share with us your impressions of this year's competition?
Well, this year was truly outstanding. We had 99 spellers from all over the country, with Kumasi representing massively. That's how come we got a runner-up from Kumasi. We had quite about a third of the spellers came from Kumasi. And we also had 10 students from the School for the Deaf. So the School for the Deaf is, we partner with them, the Oteteoklu State School for the Deaf. And every year we have a few of the spellers coming through for the competition. I'm sure people wonder, how can deaf spellers, can deaf children spell? Typically what they do is that they sign the letters of the word. When there's a sign for a word, for words. So when the sign is given for them, they now have to break it down and spell it using the alphabet. So that's how they spell. So they're able to participate in the competition. Fantastic. So yeah, so that's one of the highlights for this year's competition.
All right. Well, you've given us a highlight. Give us perhaps a low, a challenge that you have to
a challenge would probably be seeing children go out of the competition, because they all put so much work into preparing for the finals. Sleepless nights, as Giovanni mentioned before. Having your schoolwork to work with, and also having to learn for the spelling bee. So when they get on stage and maybe because of a technicality you're eliminated from the competition, it breaks our heart a bit to see them go out. But the good thing is that if they are still of age, they're able to come back the following year. We've had Giovanni, this is the second time that he's come. Nadum, this is her 5th time. Abna has done it twice already. So it's always good that after the first year, they learn from their mistakes and they're able to come back.
Fantastic. And of course, you've been doing this for so long. No doubt you learn something new every year. So what are the takeaways from the 2024 edition?
One of the key takeaways I would say would be the importance of perseverance and resilience. It takes a lot of resilience to come back after we fail. I would use the example of those who come back year on year. Some have done it. I mean, last year we recognized one speller who had done it 4 times. He never won the competition, but he always came back because every year he improved on his previous performance. Although he didn't win, the takeaway from him is that he's grown as a person, he's matured, he's learned new things. So I think that's one key skill that our spellers built by going through the program, where they learn how to be more resilient and persevere in their efforts. So yes.
Fantastic. All right. Well, let's talk about the future. What are the next steps for our winners? And I'm sure you have a word or two for those sponsors and partners who supported you this year.
Yes. So our spellers right here, both 3 of them are going to be preparing for the Scripps National Spelling Bee that takes place every year in the U.S. So the competition will happen in May 2024. So from now until they have about 14 weeks to prepare for the competition. So they'll be having some very intensive sessions where they'll learn more words, go through more roots, go through more origins, just to get ready to meet with other spellers from all over the world. Yeah. And yes, to our sponsors, we cannot thank them enough for the help and the support that they've given us over the years. I don't know if I'm able to mention names.
Of course,
yeah. So Indomie Instant Noodles, DSTV MultiChoice, the US Embassy, the Otum Foresight Tutu Foundation, who we partnered with in Kumasi, where Abna is coming from, Rufus Green Parks, Joy, the multimedia group, VNFT. I'm hoping I'm not forgetting anybody, otherwise I get in trouble.
Right. They know you love
everybody, yes. All of the sponsors that have been. Goel is one of our biggest supporters. We thank them all for being with us throughout the year and helping make this a reality for the children.
It's wonderful. All right, now I know there are parents listening who are thinking, oh, my child would be great at this. And of course, they need to be between 7 and 13 years of age, right? Yes. So tell us, if there are parents interested in enrolling, how do they go about it?
Well, one good thing is that we are having what we call a pop-up this weekend on Saturday. So the pop-up is a session that we hold for parents where they can just come to a venue. So it's by invitation. When they reach out to us, we'll share the details with them. But basically, this will be a session where they get to meet our champions and they also get to know how to join the competition. So they can visit our website. We have all the details out there. The website is thespellingbgh.org. So the spelling bee gh.org, and they'll get all of the information.
Yeah. Well, listen, congratulations to our champion Giovanni Ajay, and of course our 2 amazing runners-up, Nadum Dako Asare and Abna Kwafo. We know the 3 of you and all the others who will be joining you on the global stage will make Ghana proud, and so we're all behind you. The very best of luck in your endeavors.
Thank you for having us.
Wow. That's put a big smile on my face there. Congratulations to these great contenders. There's more to come on the show. Stay with us. We're back after these.
This Valentine's Day, take the love road as the king of hearts, Kwabna and the queen of love and soul, Becca, rock it live in a never-before stage experience collabo. It's the Vitamilk Love Night. The most romantic night of the year is here, and you must be there. Get a ticket now at a cool 300 Ghana Cedis single or 500 Ghana Cedis double at kbkblive.com or dial *714*700#. Need an exclusive experience? Call 0243-528-412 or 0247-297-409 for table reservations for VIP or for VVIP. It's Kwabna and Becca live at the Vitamilk Love Night with superstar appearances by your favorite acts. Supported by Joy FM, produced by Image Bureau, and proudly brought to you by Vitamilk.
Dive into a new era of news consumption with myjoyonline.com, your go-to destination for cutting-edge journalism, giving you the most credible stories from business to politics and from sports to entertainment. Myjoyonline.com introduces an upgraded news website meticulously designed to empower you with an enriched browsing experience like never before. Experience the future of news browsing with myjoyonline.com.
Welcome back. It's the Super Morning Show on Joy. And listen, just before we go, let me remind you that if you're planning to propose to the love of your life, Well, how about doing it this Valentine's season? Just make sure you're ready and let us at Joy help make that day extra special with a beautiful bespoke setup in the presence of your family, friends, and loved ones. Now, listen, don't worry about food, drinks, music, or any of the other surprises we have up our sleeves. Leave those to us. All you have to do is bring your ring. This will be a beautiful surprise for her, so please don't reveal the plan. Just make sure that the person you have in mind will say yes to you. And then we are ready to go. Here's what you do, okay? Send us at least 3 loved up photos of you and your partner. Tell us how long you've dated, what you both do for a living, why you think it's time to propose, and why you think the answer will be yes. Okay, send your entries to 055 1111 997. Okay, add the hashtag proposal on joy. The last day for entries is Wednesday, the 7th of February 2024. The Proposal on Joy is supported by Labadi Beach Hotel, Proposal GH, and Achedie Fie. Love is indeed beautiful.
And talking about love, are you in love with your lover? If you can hear my voice and he's sitting next to you, please ask him now. Say, baby, are you in love with me? And get ready to ignite the flame of passion as we present a heart-throbbing experience like never before. As the King of Hearts, Kwabena, live on stage with the Queen of Love and Soul, Becca, at the Vitamilk Love Night on Valentine's Day, February 14th at the Grand Arena at 7 p.m. sharp. Yes, take the Love Road now and get a ticket for only 300 Ghana cedis single, 500 cedis double at kbkbmusic.com or dial *714 *700 hash. Yearning for an exclusive VIP experience, call 0243 528 412 or 0247 297 409 for table reservations now. It's Kwabena and Becca live on stage at the Vitamilk Love Night alongside your superstar appearances by your favorite artist, supported by Joy FM, produced by Ghana's Best in the Business Image Bureau, and brought to you by with love by Vitamilk.
All right, people, it's been fun. It's been great. It's time to go, though. Thank you so much for listening. We're back tomorrow with more. The next voice you will hear belongs to Dana Ohami. She has all the headlines at 10.
And coming up, enjoy headline news at 10. Former President John Dramani Mahama is putting the ruling government to test by comparing records on economic success between the MPP and the NDC. This is in response to government's claim of inheriting